On a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, baseball returns to Clifton as the Cincinnati Bearcats play host to the Evansville Aces here on Bearcat Sports Radio. Alongside Ben Pennington, I'm Christian McGon. Ben, what a beautiful day we have today for some baseball midday, midweek action as Evansville comes up and plays Cincinnati in the first of their 5 games in this mini Ohio tour.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a beautiful day, 74, sunny, a little bit of clouds. You know, keep the guys cool a little bit. I'm hoping to see some fans out here. We got some guys piling in, so I think it's going to be a great day of baseball. Well,
starting at Cincinnati, they are 13-4 on the year. They swept UC San Diego this past weekend. How about Quentin Coates? It got to the point of which you can only say so many things about him, but what a series he had against the Tritons.
Yeah, Quentin Coates, you've seen the ball really, really well, hitting the ball hard, hitting it all parts of the field, too. He had a couple home runs backside, couple pull side. He's just seen the ball really well, feeling really strong to start the season.
I think the spray, like you talked about, was very tremendous. I mean, he was hitting it all over the ballpark. Now, flipping the script, looking at Evansville, on the mound for them today will be the pitcher Ken Deverman, who was their Friday starter last year. High expectations, but so far, he's not off to a good start.
Yeah, Deverman's not having the best year right now with a 9.72 ERA. Seeing what he can do today, you know, against a strong Bearcat lineup.
Last year, he was the D1 Baseball Missouri Valley Conference preseason pitcher of the year. He also made the NBC preseason player to watch list as well. Coming into this game, the Aces are 3-11, coming off a series against Ole Miss in which they were swept. Here's taking a look at their starting lineup. Let's start for Evansville. It'll be Charlie Longmire leading off in left field. Wyatt Pennington to shortstop, which we don't know if you're related to him yet. Is that true?
I believe he's not related. Pennington's a more popular name than I would have thought before I came to college.
Reed Hare, the center fielder, bats third. Zimi Baftiri bats cleanup at third base. Spike McGill, the catcher, bats fifth. Drew McConnell, the second baseman, is hitting sixth. Trenton Lombardo, the first baseman, bats seventh. Mason McHugh, the DH, bats eighth. And to wrap it up, Ryan Seddon, the right fielder, bats ninth. That is the starting batting order for Evansville. Flipping the script, let's take a look at the Bearcats and today's starter pitching in Connor Blue, the freshman. This is his 5th appearance of the season, his 3rd start. He's kind of taken up the role of being that midweek starter, has high expectations from Coach Jordan Bischel. It's going to be very fun to see him on the mound today.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already got 12 innings pitched with a 1.5 ERA. Throwing it really well this year.
Taking a look at the Bearcats' offensive alignment, it will be Quentin Coates at first base, Parker McDaniel behind the dish, Jackson Reardon gets a start at third base, Jackson Smith at shortstop, Luke Sepsic at second base, Christian Mitchell moves to right field, Derek Pitts shifts to center, and Cal Sepsic to left field. That is your defensive alignment for the Cincinnati Bearcats. We talked about it. Beautiful day, 74 degrees. We are expecting near record highs. It's a partly cloudy day. Highs expected up to 76. It's quite different for tomorrow. Even though we don't play, you're expecting a lot of storms in the forecast, so literally enjoy it while it lasts.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just average Cincinnati weather here today.
Well, here we go. To kick things off, it will be Charlie Longmire. Bats .286 this season for Evansville. Connor Blue steps on the mound. Gets ready for the first pitch. The windup and delivery. Ground ball hit to the first baseman. Coach charges, gloves, runs to the bag, taps on it for the first out of the game. Start time 3:06 p.m. And just like that, a quick ground out from Longmire to get the game started. Here comes Wyatt Pennington for Evansville. Bats .189 this season. The shortstop, righty hitter. Blue gets set. Here's his pitch. Hits the zone for a strike. Cincinnati Bearcats have been on an absolute tear. They've won 10 of their last 11 games, currently on a 6-game winning streak. The 0-1 breaking ball hits the zone, and Pennington quickly down 0-2 in the count with one down the top of the first between the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Evansville Aces. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, fouled away left side off the netting of the Bearcats dugout. We'll do it again. Pennington, a freshman from Avon, Indiana, 6 foot, 190 pounds. 2026 D1 preseason MVC Freshman of the Year. Here's the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. That pitch, 94 miles an hour. Just up and out of the zone. It's a 1-2 count for Pennington. Defense for the Bearcats playing straight up. The 1-2 from Blue. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball. And that's out number 2 in the top of the first.
Yeah, Connor Blue's mixing up those pitches really well with the off-speed fastball combo. Really attacking the zone today. Looking to keep that pitch count low.
We did hear Jordan Bishel say Blue will get the start, but he wants to use his bullpen a lot today. Try and get some of those guys that haven't had much playing time, get them some valuable reps in this game. Here's Reed Hare, 2 outs. Takes a big hack at the first pitch, down 0-1 in the count with 2 outs in the top of the first.
Another nice breaking ball right there. Yeah, in terms of these midweek games, it's good to kind of mix in a lot of pitchers, get everyone a little bit of work in.
Here's the 0-1 to Hare from Connor Blue. Swing and a miss again, 88 miles an hour. And Hare quickly down 0-2 in the count.
Connor Blue just attacking that zone, right? Starting off early in a lot of these counts, which is really nice.
Reed Hare played 2 seasons at Charlotte, played in 66 games before transferring here to Evansville. The 0-2, just upstairs.
Great pitch by Connor there, just barely missed. I like that pitch a lot.
A 95-mile-an-hour fastball just upstairs. Barely missed the zone. It's a 1-2 count for Hare. Blue gets set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out again with that breaking ball. And the Aces go 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Coming up next, it will be the Bearcats' offense. Leading off by Jackson Smith, Derek Pitts, and Quentin Coates. You're listening to Cincinnati Baseball here on Bearcat Sports Radio. Welcome back to UC Baseball Stadium. Bottom of the first here in a scoreless game between the Evansville Aces and your Cincinnati Bearcats. For UC, here is their starting batting order. Jackson Smith leads off with Derek Pitts right behind him. Quentin Coates, the man himself, bats third with Jack Tilly hitting cleanup. Cal Sefcik bats fifth. Christian Mitchell in that 6-hole. Jackson Reardon in the 7th slot. Luke Sefcik bats 8th. And it's the catcher, Parker McDaniel, wrapping up the starting batting order for your Cincinnati Bearcats. On the mound for Evansville, it's Ken Deverman. We talked about him in our pregame show. A lot of expectations from him, but so far not off to a good start. Looking to snap out of that today against the Cincinnati Bearcats. His last start came on the 6th of March against Ole Miss. 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 4 earned runs and 12 hits issued. Here comes Jackson Smith to the plate. The lefty batter takes a strike in on the first pitch. Jackson Smith had a good series against UC San Diego. Went 5 of 10, 6 runs batted in. Hit by a pitch 3 times. The 0-1 is fouled behind. And Smith quickly down 0-2 in the count. Talked about it. Smith being hit by a pitch a ton. He has 13 of them this season. That's second nationally.
Really?
A lot of bumps and bruises, you can say.
Wow, yeah.
Deverman gets set, his 0-2. Outside, try to go with the breaking ball at 78 miles an hour. Smith doesn't bite. It's a 1-2 count. Nobody out in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that was a good take. One thing I've kind of noticed about baseball is lefties tend to get hit more. I don't know what it is, as a former pitcher.
The 1-2, outside for ball 2.
As a former pitcher, I've kind of noticed, I've probably hit more lefties for sure. I was never much of a pitcher myself. Hit a lot of righties too. But, yeah, it always seems the lefties, tend to crowd the plate a little more, tend to get hit.
There's the 2-2 from Deverman, fouled away again by Smith. Stays alive in the 2-2 count. I played baseball, but wouldn't say I was the best when coach says, hey, Christian, right field.
Hey, you were coach's secret weapon. I think that's what that was.
I think I hit 8th in the order, probably. Here's the 2-2. Pop flare to the left side, and it bounces just foul. That was Baftiri, the third baseman, giving chase on a flare shot. Tracking back, ultimately in the shallow grass of the outfield, went foul.
Yeah, those going back for the third baseman was some of the tougher plays, going over the shoulder a little bit. Just couldn't get to that one.
2-2 count. Deverman against Jackson Smith. He has hit out of the leadoff spot a team high 14 times this season. Here's the 2-2. Almost, oh, he hit him, wow. Make it number 14 on the year. Coming into this game, we talked about it, second nationally in hit by pitch, and he gets another one to start the bottom of the first.
Yeah, another great at-bat, too, even, found off a lot of pitches there, and then ends with getting on base. Can't complain about that.
Oh, now we'll put the speedy Smith at first. Insert Derek Pitts, the usual right fielder playing center field today. He went 6 of 15 in that UC San Diego series. First pitch to him, big swing and a miss.
One thing I really like about Derek Pitts is his swing. He's got such a pure swing. Kind of been watching for a few years, and I just love watching it.
This year bats .377, an OPS of .884. Throw back to first just to keep Smith honest.
That's something they're definitely going to keep out today. This is a really speedy Bearcat lineup.
The Bearcats this year, they obviously love to steal bases with Bishop ball. Here's the 0-1 from Deverman. Inside for ball 1. You talk about the stolen bases. Cincinnati this year, 46 of 50 on snagging bags. 4th best amongst Power 4 programs. Here's the 1-1 from Deverman to Pitts. Here it comes. Didn't go around, ball 2. 2-1 count. 2-1 count for Pitts, nobody out, bottom of the first. Scoreless game between the Bearcats and the Aces. Jackson Smith at first base, he takes his lead. Deverman, the lefty, gets ready. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on, popped up right side, drifting foul towards the Aces bullpen and out of play. When looking at the stolen base leaders amongst Power 4 programs, as I mentioned, the Bearcats are 4th. Oklahoma Sooners 3rd with 49. Kentucky 2nd at 53. Duke is 1st with 84 this year already.
Wow.
How do you stop that?
You really can't, almost. Some guys are just, the way they play the game.
Here's the 2-2. Sharply hit grounder to the second baseman, McConnell. He'll throw to first for the first out of the inning. Did not have a play at second due to the speedy Smith. So he'll advance up 90 feet. It'll be a fielder's choice 4-3. Oh, that will send up the man himself, Quentin Coates, who's been on an absolute tear in the UC San Diego series. 7 of 17, 6 home runs, 15 RBI. That's .351 this year. Runner in scoring position at second, 1 down, bottom of the first. Deverman, his first pitch. Upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, I'm wondering how he's going to attack him right here. Quentin's just been on a tear lately, and you kind of want to work around him a little bit, but you still got to throw to him, right? That first pitch was high and outside. You can tell he might be afraid to throw it in on him.
Ultimately, you have to throw strikes. Here's the 1-0 from Deverman to Coates. The delivery. Off the glove of the catcher, McGill, and Smith will advance to third on a pass ball. Now he's 90 feet away.
Yeah, that speed really helped there. It could have been an easy double play if almost anyone else was on first base on that ground ball by Pitts. But with the speed, now he's on third base with only one out.
More importantly, Coates up 2-0 in the count already. And we talked about in the pregame, his spray chart in the past 6 games. I mean, he can hit oppo, he can pull it, he can hit dead center. Here's the 2-0. Inside for strike 1.
Yeah, that's what makes pitching a guy like him so hard, because he'll hit it outside, inside. You really don't know where to throw it to a guy like this.
Coates on a 6-game hit streak. He's homered in his last 5 games. 2-1 count. Fouled away behind. Sets up a 2-2 count. 1 down, bottom of the first. Scoreless game between the Aces and the Bearcats, with Jackson Smith, the leadoff hitter, at third base for the Bearcats, 90 feet away.
Quentin coming off the Big 12 Player of the Week as well. I thought that was nice. I mean, how could you not after a weekend he just had?
Deverman gets set. Here comes the 2-2. Swing gonna miss. Struck him out. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. And that will send Coates down. Here comes the preseason All-American Jack Natilli come to the plate. 2 down in the bottom of the first.
I kind of notched on Natilli last time I was on, and he's just one of those guys coaches love, right? He's in early, he's out late. He's just a team player.
Jack Natilli ranked as the 4th best catcher heading into the season by D1 Baseball. First pitch to him, pokes it right side, drifting foul. And it's off the concession stand on the concourse. Natilli bats .338 this year, an OPS of .903. Originally started in that 3-hole slot, but then about halfway through the season got pushed down to the cleanup spot. So many weapons for the Bearcats in their batting order. Here's the 0-1. That one is set high and deep to center field. Hare is giving chase. He looks up and goodbye. Jack Natilli goes yard to give the Bearcats a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. His 3rd homer of the year, 17th run batted in. And the Bearcats up 2-0 early on. 432 feet to dead center.
Hit it on the deepest part of the ballpark. 432, I mean, that's a shot. You know what I mean? Not a lot of players are hitting that in college baseball, and he's one of those guys, big, strong, great swing.
Well, we talked about it. You got Quentin Coates, who's been getting all the attention, but you got a ton of other hitters like a Jackson Smith, a Derek Pitts, Jack Natilli that can all do damage, including this guy, Cal Sefcik, who's at the plate right now as well. He takes the ball on the first pitch.
Natilli want to get on the action, I guess.
Cal Sefcik made his return from injury in the Austin Pay series, which he missed 12 games. The 1-0 to him falls in for a strike. He made 3 starts in the UC San Diego series, going 8 of 13. 3 extra base hits, 3 RBI, bats .571 on the year. The 1-1 to him. Hits the zone again, 90-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 2.
Yeah, really nice getting Cal back in there. He hits the ball so well. He sees it well. He's been a great hitter, last year and then this year. I mean, already batting over 500 with a small sample size, but hoping he can continue that.
The 1-2, chopped away behind. We'll do it again with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Bearcats up 2-0 thanks to a 2-run shot from Jack Natilli to dead center. Bishop talked about Cal Sefcik returning to injury, saying he's cleared to do everything, but he's got to play with the knee brace right now. He doesn't want to do something that he's 90% available to do. The 1-2 to him, fouled away right side. It will remain a 1-2 count. One of the few times that he's in the starting lineup with his brother, Luke Sefcik. Cal in left, Luke at second base. Pretty cool moment right there for the Sefcik family as well.
Absolutely.
Here's the 1-2 from Deverman. Fouled away behind as Cal Sefcik stays alive in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, I always remember playing with my brothers a little bit. Played with my younger brother Brady, who's playing at Wright State Lakeshore campus right now. A little offsite for Wright State. But yeah, we played, I think, 2 years of high school baseball together.
Nice, congrats. Here's the 1-2 from Deverman. That one sent into right. field, drifting over Seton, and he makes the catch to end the bottom frame of the first. Well, the Bearcats are starting hot. Jack Natilli, a 2-run homer, puts the Bearcats ahead 2-0 as we end the bottom of the first. Coming up next, top of the second, you're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcast Sports Radio. Top of the second here at UC Baseball Stadium. Cincinnati up 2-0 thanks to a 2-run home run from Jack Natilli. At the plate, Zimi Beftiri, the cleanup hitter. That's 174 this year. Connor Blue still on the mound for the Bearcats. He gets ready. Here comes his first pitch of the inning. Inside, almost hit Beftiri for a 1-0 count.
Connor Blue been making quick work today. You're starting off the count early. That one just missed a little bit, but last inning 10 pitches, really strong.
Here's a 1-0 from Blue. Swung on, sent high to center field. It will drop for a base hit. Pitch retrieves it, and it's a leadoff single for Zimi Beftiri to start the top of the second. Well, that will send up Spike McGill. He's behind the plate today for Evansville. The freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. That's .250 this season, which leads the team. Also leads the team with an .842 OPS. Blues first pitch. McGill goes the other way, and that's a base hit. Mitchell secures it, throws it in, and it's back-to-back singles for the Aces. McGill being aggressive on that first pitch, took a 92-mile-an-hour fastball the other way. That was on the outside border of the zone. Exit velo 99 miles an hour. Here comes Drew McConnell, the sophomore, batting lefty today. Top of the second, Aces down 2-0. Runners on first and second. Blues first pitch hits the zone for strike one. McConnell started 49 games last year for Evansville, serving as a primary shortstop as a true freshman. Here's the 0-1. Foul tip behind him. And quickly down 0-2 in the count, nobody out, top of the second. So far, a good start for the Aces. Back-to-back singles from Zimi Beftiri and Spike McGill. Runners on first and second. Defense playing McConnell straight up. Blue looks back, delivers the 0-2. Outside for ball one. This is a team for Evansville in which they aren't really good at hitting right now. They bat as a team 189, which would be last in the nation. Here's the 1-2 from Blue. Just outside for ball 2.
Yeah, with a team average like that, you're definitely going to try and make them hit the ball today, especially right now, so you can get a ground ball, pull side a little bit. The guys are pinching in up the middle.
Against Ole Miss as a team, Evansville hit 160. They went 13 for 81 with 37 strikeouts. The 2-2 hit to Reardon. Goes to second. Here's Sefcik to first. Not in time. So they do get McGill to second. They get him out there as Baftiri advances to third. So the Bearcats only get one out in that play. They could not turn the double play. One down, top of the second. Here comes Trenton Lombardo for Evansville. The lefty hitter steps into the box. Runners on the corners for Evansville. Here's the first pitch to him. He swings, rips into right field for a base hit. That will score Baftiri, and Evansville is on the board thanks to an RBI single from Trenton Lombardo. Evansville down 2-1 in the top of the second.
Evansville really taking advantage of Connor throwing strikes early in the count, taking advantage of that with a couple nice hits right here.
We talked about it in that first inning. Blue went to work quickly, only 10 pitches, 3 up, 3 down for Evansville, but so far in this middle towards the bottom part of the order, Evansville getting the barrel to the ball. Here's Mason McHugh. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch, down 0-1 in the count. One down, top of the second. Evansville down 2-1.
Good comeback pitch by Connor right there, trying to get back in it. Worked himself into a little bit of a jam right here.
Blue gets set, looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss again from McHugh, down 0-2 in the count quickly. You got Lombardo at first, McConnell at second. As McHugh is looking for the team's 4th hit of the top frame so far. Here's the 0-2, steps off the mound, goes back to second base. This is a team that doesn't necessarily steal a whole lot for Evansville. On the year, they are 13 of 17 on the base paths.
A little stark difference there from the Bearcats. Trying to get them to hit one on the ground here, see if they can turn a double play. Get Connor out this jam.
0-2 count, here's the pitch. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. McHugh, a sophomore from Illinois, appeared in 23 games with 15 starts last year as a freshman, primarily at second base. Hit .214, 22 strikeouts a year ago. The 1-2 from Blue. Swing and a miss, struck him out on that breaking ball once again. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Connor Blue. That's his 2 outs in the top of the second.
Yeah, that's just a beautiful pitch right there. Kind of mixing up speed throughout the at-bat. 77, down and in, got him swinging.
Runners on first and second for Evansville. 2 down in the top of the second. Bearcats up 2-1. Here's Ryan Seddon to the plate. First pitch, just outside for a ball. Blue tried to go with the fastball, 92 down and away. Just missed the strike zone. 1-0 count for Seddon. Both runners take their lead. Defense playing necessarily straight up, you can say. The 1-0. Big hack and a miss from Seddon. Now he's quickly up to a 1-1 count. Seddon, a sophomore from Illinois as well. Today is his first start of the season and his 3rd game played overall. The 1-1 to him from Blue. Outside for ball 2. What do you think about this? He says his hidden talent is that he can name every NBA MVP and every Finals MVP as well.
In history?
Yes.
That is impressive. Similar to my brother, I guess. You know, there are some guys, they just love stats. They love, you know, little statistics like that.
The 2-1's outside, sets up a 3-1 count. 2 outs. In the top of the second, Evansville down 2-1. Runners on first and second. Chase Johnson's another guy that he can name every Sunday night football matchup from, I believe, since 2007.
Holy cow! Some guys are just like that. Are you like that? You a big stat guy?
No. 3-1 is ripped to right field. Mitchell moving back, and he can't get it. Goes over his head. That will score 1 run. Here comes a second. It's Lombardo rounding third, and Evansville has the lead. A 2-run double from Ryan Sutton puts Evansville up 3-2 in the top of the second.
Man, he just smoked that ball too, right at the right field, just over Christian's head. Just couldn't reach out to get that, just barely.
We talked about it earlier. Jordan Bishop wants to use his bullpen a lot today. Gives some guys the opportunity to play that haven't had many chances. But the way this is going right now, you may want to have to rethink that strategy.
Yeah, I'm wondering how he's going to go attacking that.
Here's Charlie Longmire, 0 for 1 today, takes a ball in the first pitch.
Connor Blue getting a little bit of trouble here in the second inning. Mound visit.
Here comes a mound visit, yes, for Cincinnati.
He's probably going out there, just tell him to calm down a little bit, breathe a little bit. Maybe kind of trying to do too much. He's started off throwing a lot of strikes. He's throwing a couple more balls this inning. Just probably a little bit of nerves.
Well, here on the top of the second, Evansville has 4 hits, scoring 3 runs. Here's Connor Blue, someone who has tremendous upside. Jordan Bishop said that him and Chad Brown are both better pitchers today than Nathan Taylor was on this day 2 years ago.
Wow. That is something, because Nate's one of those guys, right? He's going to be a draft pick, right? You're going to see him in the big leagues playing 162 games, or, well, not pitching 162 games, but being out there, in the big leagues eventually.
Well, top of the second, Charlie Longmire in the box. Up 1-0 in the count, 2 down. Evansville up 3-2, fouled away. Sets up a 1-1 count.
There's a big hack right there. He's trying to put 2 more runs on the board on that swing.
It's an 86-mile-an-hour pitch. Inside. Saw his chance, ultimately just fouled it away. Blue gets set. Here's the 1-1 to Longmire. Outside for ball 2.
Longmire's got a really interesting batting stance with that right foot, almost touching his back left foot. Really crowding the plate, too. He's really closed off to the pitcher.
Really closed, yes. Blue gets set. The 2-1. Rip foul down the right side. That was a bullet. Exit velo 105.
Almost hit our camera guy down there.
That is quite scary. We talked about this too last game, or at least my last broadcast, is the netting is a little bit different than Major League ballparks. It doesn't go that far as a Great American or a Progressive field. It's a little shorter towards kind of first base. The 2-2 from Blue. Hits softly to the first baseman Coates, grabs it, runs to the bag, steps on it for out number 3. But Evansville, their bats are waking up. They scored 3 runs in the top frame of the second. They lead 3-2 as you're listening to Cincinnati Baseball here on Bearcast Sports Radio. Welcome back to UC Baseball Stadium. Bearcats down 3-2 as we enter the bottom of the second. Ken Deverman, his day is done. Evansville goes to the bullpen. They will bring on the righty Drew Young, the grad student from Greenwood, Indiana. At the plate, it's Christian Mitchell for UC. Bats .349 this year. First pitch from Young. In there for a strike.
Christian out in right field today, moving around a bit. He's on the two-way player of the year watch list for the third year in a row. He's had a really, really strong career.
Someone who is extremely versatile. Usually at third base, as you mentioned, right field today. The 0-1 is outside, sets up a 1-1 count.
Having a versatile guy like Christian Mitchell, it makes it so much easier as a coach, right? You can mix in other guys, and you can put guys like Mitchell really anywhere, and he's going to perform at a high level.
Well, last year he started 46 games, 17 in left, 12 at second base, 12 at third base, couple in the outfield. As that one is outside for ball number 2. 2-1 count for Mitchell. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. Bearcats down 3-2 to Evansville.
And you'll see Mitchell come out there and close out a couple games here and there. I wonder if he'll get a few innings today, you know, mixing in some pitchers.
You never know. 2-1 count to Mitchell. Young gets set, delivers. Outside for ball 3. Going back to that point, Christian Mitchell, he can pitch. I think we might not see him a lot this season at all, if any, because of the depth the Bearcats have now. In that portal, they went out, they got a handful of pitchers, had a couple come in through that freshman class they brought in. So they have a lot of depth at that pitching position. 3-1 to Mitchell, and a walk. He'll take his base to lead off walk for Christian Mitchell.
Yeah, bringing a lot of pitchers, point of emphasis for Bischel. Pitching last year was definitely the biggest thing they needed to improve on, kind of what I noticed. And then giving some guys like Christian Mitchell a break from pitching and let him focus on hitting and playing defense.
And that's what one of the main things was now he's hitting the ball a whole lot better this year. Reardon shows bunt, takes a strike on the first pitch.
Yeah,
but
probably
because you're not focusing on pitching and hitting. You can focus on one thing. I think it's showing now the way he's hitting the ball to start the season.
Yeah, it takes a lot of pressure off him. You're not really your mind's not in two places. You can focus on one thing. As he almost overthrows that ball. Makes it a lot easier. It takes, just a lot of that pressure off. Keeps you cool. You know what you're playing every day. You're not worried if, maybe I'm pitching today. Maybe I'm in right field. Maybe I'm in third base. Now you can just focus on hitting.
Big swing and a miss by Jackson Reardon. Down 0-2 in the count. Reardon bats .280 this year, an OPS of .773. This is his 8th start of the season, mostly coming at third base. Young gets set. Here's his 0-2. Fouled away, take a deflection. Reardon will stay in the count 0-2. Nobody out, bottom of the second. Christian Mitchell at first. The Bearcats down a run, 3-2 to Evansville.
Jackson's the first hitter under 300 with 380, which is still really good, that Evansville's faced, right? That just goes to show the depth of this lineup is, doesn't matter where you put them, they're hitting everywhere.
Go back to first, nothing's there. Looking at the batting average, down the order for UC, 341, 371, 347, 348, 533, and 349. A lot of weapons in that lineup for UC.
Yeah, really strong first part of the season showing.
Young gets set. The 0-2. Hit towards the left side and foul on a chopper. We'll do it again at 0-2. We'll hear Drew Young, the reliever, coming in. Spent a couple of seasons at Indiana Wesleyan. Played at Ball State last year, pitching 15 games, making a couple of starts. This year, this is his 5th appearance. The last coming last Tuesday against Southeast Missouri. Pitched 2/3 of an inning. Back to first, nothing's there. It's an 0-2 count for Jackson Reardon. Couple of throwbacks from Young to first base, trying to get Mitchell off guard.
Yeah, he's keeping Mitchell close there. Mitchell's already got 3 steals on the season.
The 0-2 from Young. Just outside. An 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Just missed the zone. It's a 1-2 count for Reardon.
Really strong take, just barely missing the zone right there.
Reardon is a hometown kid, attended Covington Catholic just across the river. Here's the 1-2 to Reardon. Upstairs for ball 2. Reardon saw some action in the UC San Diego series. Appeared in 3 games, mostly as a sub. So far to start the season, 7 of his first 25 with 6 strikeouts. 2-2 count for him. Young delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball, 80 miles an hour down in the zone, swinging. And it's the first out for the Bearcats in the bottom of the second. Well, that will bring on Luke Sefcik, redshirt junior from Palos Heights, Illinois. His 13th game played this season, making his 6th start. 5 of them coming at second base. 1 down, bottom of the second. Bearcats down 3-2. Mitchell at first. Throwback to that same bag. Once again, nothing's there to keep him honest.
Yeah, they're really watching Mitchell down there. Some guys are like that, though. They love to throw over, 4 or 5 times to a guy.
In the MLB, that's a rule. You have a limit. Pitch to Sefcik, hits the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, I've come to really like some of these new rules. I mean, pitch clock, I think everyone's a big fan of. Throwing it over speeds up the game too, but adds a little bit of strategy. Kind of wondering if and when, realistically, when they'll bring it to the college game.
I hope it's soon. Here's the 0-1 to Luke Sefcik. Throwback to first for about the 5th or 6th time this inning alone. I'm pretty sure in the majors it's 3 per inning.
Yeah.
So you got to be strategic about when you want to throw back and when you want to try that pickoff. Mitchell will take his lead once again from first base. Young, deep breath, delivers the 0-1. Clips the zone right down the middle, 91 miles an hour for strike 2.
Yeah, Drew working out of a little slide step right there. You can tell they're a little bit nervous with speed on the base pass. They definitely did their homework on the Bearcats.
One of the more aggressive teams on the base paths. 46 steals this year. Young delivers the 0-2, and he got him swinging. A high fastball at 90 miles an hour. And Sefcik goes down swinging. 2 down in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Parker McDaniel, the catcher today. Still with Mitchell at first. He got on base via a walk. But since then, it's been back-to-back strikeouts for the Bearcats. McDaniel, this is his 7th game played this season. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. 92 miles an hour. McDaniel, a sophomore from Delaware, Ohio, just north of Columbus. Stands at 6'1", 215 pounds. Throwback to first. Mitchell gets back safely. You do see a lot in the majors, with other teams too, with catching. Usually you have 2-guy rotation, but when you have a freshman like Enzo and Felice in there, it can be tough for McDaniels to get some playing time. So he gets to start today as well.
Yeah, with 2 really good catchers in Telly and Enzo. Look, I'm glad to see him in the lineup today. Looks very calm in the batter's box, resting the bat right on his shoulder.
2-0 count for McDaniels. 2 down, bottom of the second. Bearcats down 3-2. Throwback to first once again.
Is that the 7th time?
Maybe the 8th.
Maybe the 8th.
We should get a note card and start keeping track of how many times he's thrown back.
We'll get a clicker just for pickoff.
Young gets set. The 2-0 to McDaniels. Outside once again. Try to go with the 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Now McDaniels up 3-0 in the count.
Yeah, Drew's thrown a decent bit of pitches, with the first walk and then coming back, striking those last 2 guys out.
The last thing you want to do is wonk the 9-hole hitter. You got Jackson Smith on deck for UC.
Yeah, top out of this lineup is, I mean, you really don't want to put him in a position to do damage.
There's a 3-0. There was no green light. Fastball, 89, low in the zone for strike one.
Good comeback pitch.
This is where the mind games start happening.
Yeah, you get a little psyched out as a pitcher, a little bit, oh man, if I walk this guy, I got to face, I mean, this top out lineup, they already went through him the first time. They hit him pretty decent the first inning.
Here's 3-1. Swung gone, softly hit to the shortstop, cut off by the third baseman, and cannot corral in that one. So it will be an infield single, advancing Mitchell to second, McDaniels to first, with 2 down in the bottom of the second.
Now Jackson Smith comes up. This is exactly where Drew did not want to be. This is exactly where the Bearcats want to be.
Well, back in the first, Jackson Smith was hit by a pitch. He was ultimately brought home thanks to a 2-run homer from Jack and Tilly, responsible for the runs the Bearcats have had in this game so far. 2 down, bottom of the second, runners on first and second. Jackson Smith, the lefty hitter, steps into the box. Young looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Smith shows bunt, pushes it down the third base line. Good snag by the catcher. Throw to first in time. Spike McGill with a beautiful play to end the inning. The Bearcats leave 2 stranded on the base paths. As we enter the top of the third, Evansville 3, Cincinnati 2. You're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcat Sports Radio. Live from UC Baseball Stadium, the Bearcats are down 3-2 as we enter the top of the third. For Evansville, it will be Wyatt Pennington. Struck out back in the first to begin the top frame of the third for Evansville.
Yeah, Evansville, they are last in Big 12 in batting average, but they do not look like it today. They're hitting really, really solid.
First pitch from Blues upstairs for ball one. Try to go a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. For Evansville, this is a team that averages 3.6 runs per game. As that one is popped up left side in the infield, Smith sails under it, shields the sun, backtracks, and makes the grab for out number one. As I was mentioning, Evansville, 3.6 runs per game is 289th nationally. They already have 3 runs in this game so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've taken a lot of really good at-bats against a good pitcher in Connor. Connor trying to come back here, and after that last inning, didn't go the way he planned. See what he can do to come back.
Well, the forecast said for cloudy skies as Reed Hare comes to the plate, takes the ball on the first pitch. Forecast said cloudy skies, but it's pretty sunny right now. A couple clouds drifting by, but the sun's going to play a factor in this one. The 1-0 to Hare, check swing, went around for strike one.
We've already seen that sun come into play when Jackson Smith went after that ball. Really battling the sun a little bit. Wonder if that'll come to play at all today.
One down, top of the third. Evansville up 3-2. Here's the 1-1, sent to the second baseman on a one-hopper, gets by Sefcik into the outfield grass. That's a base hit for Reed Hare. That's one aboard for the Aces in the top of the third with one down.
Hard hit ball, one of those little awkward middle bounces for Sefcik. Their second base just couldn't get to it. Just barely out of reach.
Well, that will send up Zemi Baftieri. Singled back in the second. Kind of began that run of hits for Evansville. Shows bunt, takes a strike. 92 miles an hour painted on the bottom corner from Connor Blue. Baftieri bats 191 this year. A freshman from Morris, Illinois. In the dirt, it's ball one. 84 mile an hour pitch from Connor Blue. Baftieri in the Ole Miss series went 1 of 10, 4 strikeouts. His only hit was a solo home run.
Yeah, Evansville got a relatively younger lineup with 4 freshmen in today.
The 1-1 runner goes. McDaniels throws down to second, and they got him. Reed Hare is caught stealing. A beautiful gun down from Parker McDaniels. And with the 1-2 count, they're 2 down in the top of the third. Huge play.
Great play, great throw, great tag. Had to turn back a little bit for the tag with Luke right down there. It got it right on him as he was sliding in.
There's the 1-2 from Connor Blue. The pitch outside for ball 2. Now that changes things up a lot.
Yeah, it takes a lot of pressure off the pitcher. You're not worried about that guy on base. Now you have 2 outs, 2-2 count. You're going to start attacking him a little bit.
Good throw from McDaniels. A good tag from Luke Sefcik. As Blue gets set, his 2-2 to Baftieri, and he plunked him. 93 miles an hour. And
93 in the elbow.
Yes, too. You heard that one all the way up in here in the press box. He's slow walking down the first base line.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt for a minute. You don't see a lot of guys now without elbow guards, right? Elbow guards became big, I mean, really just a few years ago, but now you see everybody with it. Just kind of prevention of injury as he's sitting down there at first base talking to his coach.
And he's getting checked out. Like you said, 93 in the elbow is never a pleasant feeling to anyone.
Oh, no.
Definitely he's going to take his time on that one to recover. 2 down, top of the third. Bearcats down 3-2.
Next at bat, he might come up with an elbow guard. I know I was one of those guys. One game, I got hit right in the chin.
Ooh.
Very next game came with a little C-flap coming in. Just a little prevention here and there. A lot of guys do that. Maybe not him. I don't know. Maybe he likes that no elbow guard. It's not a big feel for a player. It's not a big change in feel. But if you've been playing for, as long as he has, probably a good 10 to 15 years. If you do things one way, a lot of guys are superstitious, especially baseball being that kind of sport. Maybe he doesn't want to switch it up. I don't know.
Definitely keep an eye on that on his next at bat. Is any more accessories that he may have on? 2 down, top of the third. Here comes Spike McGill to the plate. He singled as well back in the second. As Baftieri takes his lead off of first base. 3 steps to his right. Blue gets set. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Swung on, ripped to Reardon. Gloves it. Long throw to first. In time for out number 3. Evansville almost had something going, a hit. They also got a batter plunked, but ultimately provide no runs. Bottom of the third coming up next. Bearcats down 3-2. You're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcast Sports Radio. Bottom of the third here at UC Baseball Stadium. Bearcats down 3-2 to the Evansville Aces. For the Bearcats, it will be 2-3-4 in the order, starting off with Derek Pitts, who grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first inning.
Bearcats trying to break something through this inning. Take back the lead.
Saw a couple times in that UC San Diego series that the Tritons would respond, come out with a strike, and the Bearcats had an immediate response in them. Looking to do the same here against Evansville. Drew Young still on the mound. First pitch almost hit Pitts.
Yeah, we're just waiting for that breakthrough. I mean, I have a feeling it's coming with this Bearcat lineup. They've been hitting really, really well. We're only through only 2 times through the lineup, or 1 time through the lineup. Apologize.
Pitts hits .371 this year. Here's the 1-0 to him. Ground to the third baseman. Leaping grab by Baftiri. Throw to first. And it's in time. Pitts was just 1 step too late. 1 up, 1 down for Cincinnati. Now we'll send up Quentin Coates, who struck out back in the first. Looking to provide a spark to the Cincinnati offense.
I'm wondering how Drew's going to attack him right here after the week Quentin just had. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking. First time through the lineup, seeing a guy like this.
1 down, bottom of the third. Young's first pitch. Upstairs to Quentin Coates. Coates overall, 12 for his last 27 with 7 home runs. He's third nationally with 31 RBI. And it leads the Big 12.
Over half of those coming to home runs. He's just seeing the ball so well.
Young delivers the 1-0. Downstairs for ball 2. Good attendance, you can say, so far at UC Baseball Stadium down the first base line where the sun is beaming. Everyone on this beautiful 75-degree day. Third base side stands kind of are covered by a couple of buildings. 2-0. Coates fouls away behind.
That tends to be the trend here. You know, everyone loves down the first base side. Get a little bit of sun. Maybe get a little tan right before spring break this week.
Yes. Any plans?
Yeah, me and my buddies, we're going down to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Nice.
A little golf trip, so it should be fun.
Nice. Have fun on that one.
Absolutely. You got anything going on?
We'll be in Dayton working.
Oh, yeah.
OSHA basketball tournaments.
Love that.
Here's the 2-1 to Coates from Young. The delivery. And upstairs for ball 3. 1 out, bottom of the third. Bearcats down 3-2.
This is exactly where Quentin wants to be. Head in the count. You know he's going to come in here. Probably fastball. He knows he's got to hit the zone. Something Quentin can hit here.
Monumental at-bat so far in this game. As Drew Young takes on Quentin Coates. 3-1 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fouled away behind. Now the count is full at 3-2.
Really nice swing right there, just under it. Got to come back again with another strike. And just as we said earlier, Quentin can hit the ball to all parts of the field. So really wherever Drew throws this ball, you know, we could see one go out.
It was an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. The top line of the zone. Full count, 1 out, bottom of the third. Here's Young's pitch. Slow chopper. They're going to say it hit behind the plate first, so it's a foul ball.
Couldn't tell if that hit the plate or his foot.
I think it might have been the plate.
Either way, he stays alive.
Evansville's lucky because I think he would have reached on base.
Oh, yeah.
It was a very slow, high hopper towards the left side of the infield. Some of the infielders are playing back towards that outfield grass.
Quentin does have 4 stolen bases on the year.
3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Challenged him upstairs with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball and blew it by him. 2 down in the bottom of the third. That will send up Jack Natilli, who hit that 2-run homer back in the first, responsible for the Bearcats' only runs in this game so far.
Now, the Tilly's had a really good start to the year as well, with that home run. Just seeing the ball, hoping to continue that today.
The Tilly on a 6-game hit streak. 4 of them have been multi-hit games. Looking for a 5th. First pitch to him. Looping breaking ball hits the zone for strike 1. 2 down, bottom of the 3rd. Cincinnati behind 3-2 to Evansville. The team that is 3-11 this season, 0-6 on the road. The Bearcats sit at 13-4, 7-1 at home this year. The 0-1 fouled away behind off the netting. Quickly down 0-2 in the count is Natilli.
Yeah, this Evansville team, as slow of a start they've had, they've looked really strong today. Good at bats, relatively good pitching, I would say, too. Really attacking the zone, getting these guys swinging a lot of pitches.
And Ken Deverman go only 1 inning. They bring out Drew Young in a 2nd inning of relief. 0-2 count, 2 down. Here's the pitch in Natilli. Fouled away once again. 81-mile-an-hour pitch in the middle of the zone. Natilli stays alive.
Yeah, Drew with already 3 strikeouts today in just 2 innings. It's good work right there.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Deverman a lefty? If I'm not mistaken, I think he was a lefty.
I think he was.
And you got Young, a righty. Depending how long he goes, maybe some mind games from Evansville to start the game. The 0-2 to Natilli. Swung on, hard hit to the shortstop, off the glove, pops up, barehanded grab to first, and it's not in time. Pennington had a chance, took a weird deflection off his glove, stayed right in front of him, barehanded grabbed it and threw it to first, but ultimately was not in time, thanks to the speedy Natilli.
Another hard hit ball at 107 off the bat, kind of knocked up off the shortstop's foot, bounced up, almost made a great play on it, but Natilli just a little too fast.
Let's see how they score this. Regardless, Natilli's at first base with 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd. Cincinnati down 3-2. Officially, it's an error on the shortstop.
And another throw over. Drew loves throwing over. Natilli with 3 stolen bags on the year.
Bearcats with 2 down. Another throw back to first.
Almost got him on that one.
Caught me off guard, too.
Yeah, they're moving quick.
Here's Cal Sefcik, batting 5th today for Cincinnati. 0 of 1 today. First pitch to him, swung on through the gap in left field. That's a base hit for Cal Sefcik as Natilli advances up 90 feet to second base. It's back-to-back base runners for the Bearcats with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd.
Drew working himself to a little bit of a jam here with Christian Mitchell coming up with a .348 batting average this year. Seeing the ball well, again, just like most guys. Just trying to get something he can drive here. Put something in the gap, score a couple runs, take back the lead.
Christian Mitchell drew a walk back in the 2nd. OPS 1.59 this season. The righty hitters get set. 2 runners on, first and second, 2 down, bottom of the 3rd. Young delivers the first pitch, sent high and deep to left center. Hare tracking back at the wall, leaping grab is made to end the bottom frame of the 3rd. Off the padding, and a great play by Hare to end the inning. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball top of the zone sent out. 101 off the bat. Could have been a chance for the Bearcats, but Hare makes a good defensive play to end the inning. Cincinnati leaves a couple stranded. It'll be the top of the 4th. Coming up next, you're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcat Sports Radio. Welcome back to UC Baseball Stadium, top of the fourth. Evansville up 3-2. Here making a switch, Ben Pennington taking over play-by-play duties.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, we just got to dial in today. You know, Connor Blue's dialing it back in. So am I.
I love it. Love to hear it.
First pitch. Just a bit up right there from Connor. Seeing what he can do. Fourth inning of work.
Interested
Third
to
inning
see
of work.
who's in the bullpen and if that's going right now.
The 1-0. Hits it right field. Christian coming in. Makes an easy catch. 1 out in the inning. Yeah, the thing about the bullpen here is in the broadcast booth, we can't exactly see them. So, you know, it's always a little bit of a mystery.
You can thank the configuration of UC Baseball Stadium for that one. The raised seating that stops halfway down the first and third base lines. And with the bullpens being field level too, like you said, it's honestly a mystery. It's like WWE when we see who comes out.
0-0 pitch. Just misses. We have Trenton up to bat. He's 1 for 1 today. 1 RBI. 1-0 pitch. Chopper, ground ball, second base. Comes in Luke, makes the play. 2 down.
I think we're seeing now a lot of Connor Blue really attacking the strike zone, kind of like what he did in the first inning. You know, we saw him go 3 up, 3 down, just like that. Second and third started to struggle a little bit, but so far a good start in this top of the fourth.
Yeah, kind of throwing the ball around a little bit those last 2 innings. Really, again, dialing it back in, as I mentioned. Attacking him early, gets two nice balls for 2 outs. We got 2 down. Comes sets, 0-0 pitch. And a little low. Yeah, Connor just kind of had to settle himself down a little bit after that. Those 2 little rough innings right there, but he's looking real strong right now. 1-0. Throws the pitch. Just misses inside low corner.
I think what would be interesting is Connor, he's never gone more than 4 innings this season. His last start, 63 pitches. So far today, he's upper 40s.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Oh, there you got a strike, swing and a miss right there with the 2-0 pitch to Mason. Let me give a quick shout out to my football boys listening on the Bearcast radio. Connor comes set.
How you guys doing?
I hope they're doing well. 2-1 pitch. Deals. Foul ball right up into that dugout area. Bounces off. Love to see, you know, students tapping into the game. I hope you guys are enjoying my broadcast, as this is my second and final game. But, you know, I'm loving every bit of it. Love baseball.
2 and done. Practicum 2 and done.
That's all it takes right there. You know, I'll come watch these games. I love this team. Love watching them. Connor comes set with the 2-2 pitch. Deals. Just a bit outside. 3-2 pitch. Again, you know, he's getting back into that, throwing a lot of pitches. I don't think he's anything to be too worried about right now. Let's come back here with a pitch in the strike zone. 3-2 pitch. Comes sets. Deals. Foul ball. Right side. And we talked about that net a little bit earlier. I'm interested to see if they expand it. A lot of teams, I know I grew up in Columbus, going to Huntington Park with the Columbus Clippers. I remember, you know, I don't know how old I was, but eventually they did expand it pretty much all the way down to pretty much the entirety of the left and right side.
Yeah, this is a unique baseball stadium in the college aspect. A lot of times the seating doesn't go this far down usually, but it'll be interesting to see.
The 3-2 pitch, strike 3! Connor Blue sends him down swinging on a great pitch, low and inside, 77 mile an hour, breaking ball. Great pitch. This is Bearcast Radio.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth here at UC Baseball Stadium. We thank everyone for tuning in into this broadcast. We are now just looking at the comment section.
Yeah, we have one of my fans, one of my biggest fans, Carson Poole, asks us a question. Hey, Ben, would you like to play Would You Rather? Now, Carson, if you would love to, send in the chat your Would You Rather question. And as long as it's broadcast appropriate, we'd love to answer it.
We got Smelly It. I know who that is.
Oh, Smelly It. Oh, and we got Ball Wally. That's my guy. That's my roommate. Shout out Ball Wally. Smelly It.
Can't forget Chase Yant. Shout out him, who's doing the ESPN Plus broadcast.
Oh, had a couple great calls on those Quentin home runs. It's
the boogeyman of baseball.
The boogeyman of baseball. He's Quentin's 0 for 2 today. You know, they've been working him up a little bit. Maybe found his kryptonite in that high fastball. But with a guy like Quentin, nothing to be worried about, you know. Let's see if we can dial it back in.
Yeah, these home runs there, they just come and go.
Yeah.
That's what this streak, you know, I talk about it a lot. Bishop doesn't necessarily say he wants it. Like, he would love to, you know, if they could hit more home runs. Do they need to hit more home runs is the question. He doesn't think so.
Yeah.
Because when you start chasing exit velo and distance, and, you know, you get into a lot of trouble. But so far, it's been working for the Bearcats.
Yeah, small ball team, but they can definitely put the ball out. Here we go with the 0-0 pitch.
We have a new pitcher, too. So it's going to be a bullpen day for Evansville as well.
Evansville mixing a couple pitchers in. It's the third pitcher we've seen. With bunts it right down the left field line, foul ball.
Got Owen Byberg making his appearance off the pen today as well. ERA 2.76. It's interesting because with Deverman, the starter, he was their Friday starter last year. Talked about not really a good start to his season, so kind of got shifted down to the midweek starter, only going an inning today, so definitely a bullpen game it looks like.
Absolutely. With the ground ball to first baseman, fields it, flips it to the pitcher, drops the ball. Jackson reaches on an error. We're not sure how exactly they're going to read. They almost beat that ball out, but a really interesting play. Pitcher dropped the ball a little bit on that quick toss.
Yeah, it was a really slow hit grounder. They're officially going to mark it as an error to the first baseman. The pitcher came over, and it was a really late toss.
Really late toss. Those are always tough for the pitcher. But now we have a runner on first base with Luke Sevcik up to bat. Owen with the 0-0 pitch. High pop up to center field. Center fielder settling under it. One down.
I think an interesting thing, too. I said like 2 innings ago, like, hey, it's pretty sunny out here. You know, you got a lot of blue skies, barely any clouds, and what a difference 30 minutes can make.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of clouds up now. A little bit of sun kind of keep peeping through a little bit, but not that much. McDaniels up to bat.
At least it's not raining today.
Anything but rain. I'll take anything but rain. Knock on wood, though. Realistically, I take 2 innings and we get a snowstorm up here in Cincinnati.
I think we'll be fine today. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be interesting. Evansville will play at Miami up in Oxford.
We got a pinch hitter, Enzo Encefalelli.
Infelice, yes.
Infelice. Enzo Infelice up to bat. Oh, pitch. Foul ball. I apologize, Enzo, if I butchered your name. Freshman. Has had a very strong start to the season, batting .323.
Had a really good fall camp as well. Bishop said one of the best fall camps he's seen out of any player he's coached in 14 years.
0-1 pitch, Enzo. It's a nice drive backside. Oh, it's going back, gone! Enzo with the home run, backside bomb. First home run of the year. Tattoos that ball, 100 mile an hour off the bat, 376. What a shot by the freshman. That's got to be a great feeling.
It's got to be a great one. He's been playing really well to start his career for the Bearcats. The mistake by Byberg hung him a 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball that stayed in the zone. Infelice, he's a big guy. He's a hitter. If you hang him a breaking ball, he's taking that out of the yard, and he did just that. A good substitution by Jordan Bistro, because right now, at that time, you were down by a run. You kind of weren't expecting that, so you kind of relying on your starters a little bit more, but overall, good piece of hitting by Infelice.
Great piece of hitting. They took the lead on that, too. Now it's a 4-3 ball game. Jackson Smith up to bat. Takes first pitch for a strike. Man, what a shot by the freshman.
Knew it right off the bat, too.
Man. 0-1 pitch. Jackson Smith. Hits it sharply. First baseman fields it cleanly. Steps on first base for 2 outs.
Think about that error that they had to start the inning. That's one of the key differences. Without that, it's a tie game, but now Bearcats are in front.
Yeah, errors for the Evansville coming back to bite them in the butt a little bit. We got Derek Pitts coming up to bat. Had another one of those guys with a really strong start to the season, batting .366. Today, he is 0 for 2. 0-0 pitch, just inside. It hit him. It nicked him. That's not where you want to be for Evansville. Putting some speed, free speed on the base as he sprints down to first base.
Make a good point. A lot of speed now in the pass for Cincinnati with Pitts on board. The only con is Evansville love to throw back, keep those runners honest, so it may be different. If you're Pitts, you got 9 on the year, stolen bases. Maybe you could be really aggressive on the first one, but you know the pitching. They're going to keep him on board and throw back as many times as they can.
Yeah, now with Quentin Coates stepped up to bat. 0-0 pitch. Runner goes, hits it sharp. Third baseman fields the ball.
Whoa.
Overthrows it to first base. Pitch running to third. Another error by Evansville. Quentin steps safely on first base after that error. Now we have a man on first and third. 2 down for the Bearcats. This is not where you want to be for Evansville. As we once said, putting a lot of stress. Pitts taking advantage of that, going down to third base. Anything, getting down, scoring a run easily.
Well, the key thing there is they were aggressive. He was stealing. He was already in the motion of stealing, going to second. Ground ball is hit. It's overthrown by the third baseman, Baftieri. So Pitts already at second. He goes to third freely, and now runners on the corners for UC.
Natelli hits the ball to second base. Easy ground ball, first base, 3 down. Bearcats take the lead, 4-3 on an Enzo Infelice home run. You're listening to Bearcats Radio. Welcome back to Bearcats Baseball. This is Bearcats Radio. Top of the 5th inning, 4-3 Cincinnati Bearcats against the University of Evansville. Connor up pitching again. 0-0 pitch, just a bit outside. Connor Blue out there for his 5th inning. Worked himself to a little bit of trouble there in the 2nd. Has made a really nice comeback in these last few innings as he sets for the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 pitch, no outs here in the top of the 5th.
Attack the strike zone. That's what you have to do if you are Connor Blue. Just keep attacking the strike zone.
As he sets for the 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-2 pitch, or 1-2 in the at-bat.
That breaking ball has been doing really, really well for Connor Blue. He has to keep with it, stick with it. I might see it again right here.
Yeah, with 2 strikes, 1-2 count. Connor sets. There's the pitch. Just a little low. Skips that one in there.
Tried 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball just outside part of the zone. A little low as well.
I would like to see that pitch. Now he has 2-2 count. Connor Blue sets. Pitch. Oh, he smokes this ball to right field. Oh, my goodness. Hits it off of 5th, 3rd. Oh, my goodness, golly. Well, 388. Wow, that looked a lot further than 388. Maybe the building stopped it, but oh man, that's a blast by Ryan.
That's it's a pretty tremendous bat flip as well. Knew it immediately off the bat. 85-mile-an-hour pitch, middle of the zone. I mean, he pimped that one out of here. Tossed the bat. that was a bomb, all right.
That was a shot. He earned it, but we're getting a little chippy down there. Connor Blue. Talked about Connor Blue kind of coming back, but gives up the home run to tie the ball game 4-4 in the top of the 5th. As they throw it over to first base, do they think he missed the bag? Nope, they call him save. Bishop's going to come out, talk to the umpire a little bit. Nice cordial conversation, I would imagine, as it was, very quick.
Just making sure.
Little double check on that. A lot of teams do that, but most of the time, umpires will either maybe miss it, but, even then, they're pretty locked in. 0-0 pitch. Throws a strike in there. Hit the corner. 0-1.
I think what we're seeing right now is Connor Blue, it's a realization he is a freshman.
Mm-hmm. As he comes out. Good pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2.
What I mean by that is he is tremendous upside, don't get me wrong. But also, it's a learning process as well. You're going to have some bad pitches, but it's all part of the process.
Just a bit outside, 1-2. Yeah, he's moving a little bit quicker, maybe a little more ramped up after that home run. As he's pitching here now to the top of the lineup. As he sets, 1-2, foul ball. Yeah, now he's facing Charlie Longmire. Longmire is over 2 in the day. Yeah, Connor kind of needs to settle himself back in a little bit as he comes here with the 1-2 pitch. Sets, pitches, just a bit outside. I think he wanted that call, but just quite a bit too far off. Comes 2-2, 0 outs. Connor on the mound. Dealing. Little chopper up the middle. Shortstop comes in. Jackson throws the ball. First, and he overthrows it into the dugout. Runner is going to be. I must have lost the ball right there. It looks like, yeah, he'll get second. Okay. I saw a ball be thrown out to the pitcher. I wasn't sure if that was the same ball. But now on an error by Jackson Smith.
Yeah, this has been the kryptonite for Cincinnati is their infield defense. It has not been the strongest at all this season. The team has 25 errors, which leads the Big 12. 19 of them have come from infielders.
Man on second base. Throws the ball just low and outside. Yeah, Connor, that's something you always kind of think about as a pitcher, having trust in your defense. And today with only 1 error coming down on that was a hard ball. I will give him the benefit of the doubt on that. Connor Blue comes sets, throws the pitch up the middle. Gets through the infield. Derek Pitts catches the ball, throws it in, and just tosses it into second base as a runner scores. Evansville takes the lead now, 5-4. That's where errors can kind of bite you in the butt. It was a tough play, tough chopper, a little awkward throw. Not an easy play for a shortstop for sure, but comes back to bite them in the butt.
Yeah, and like we said, we can't really see the bullpen. I gotta assume there's action going right now. I mean, the pitch count's going to be, this will be number 60 for Connor Blue. If you're Bishop, you can probably hope, or at least wish that Blue can get out of this inning, but you gotta imagine for sure there's some action going.
Yeah, pitch goes for the bunt and misses for strike one. Yeah, and we still have no outs with a man on first base. Evansville already has 8 hits today compared to UC's 4. Still a close game. Blue comes set with the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. 1-1 count. Man on first base, 0 outs here in the 5th inning.
Just seeing a lot of inconsistency from Connor Blue, and that's typical of a freshman. You know, that's going to come and go. He's looked really well at times, and there's a couple moments where he's not so strong, and right now it's one of those moments, unfortunately.
1-1 pitch, fouled off. Yeah, with a freshman, you know, you never get too worried. You know, it's a midweek game. You can tell he's kind of maybe a little bit flustered. Again, with the inconsistency that just comes as a freshman, comes with experience, being in moments like this. As it's a 1-2 count. Connor picks off, keeping him honest down there at first base.
Already, this is a team we talked about, doesn't hit the ball really well for Evansville and doesn't score a lot of runs. 5 runs this game is already the 3rd most they've had in a game this season.
Yeah, they've looked really well. They've hit the ball 8 hits on a good pitcher in Connor Blue, just having a kind of an up and down day. Trying to come back here with the 1-2 pitch, man on first base. So it deals. Swing and a miss in the dirt, struck him out. Great pitch by Connor Blue to come back and get the first out of the inning, but now with the man on first base, double play opportunity to end it here in the 5th.
Yeah, I don't really know what this pitch is. I'm going to imagine it's a slider at 84. Kind of takes a turn away from the zone. It's a good pitch, but looks like Connor Blue's night is done.
A little bit of an inconsistent night, but overall, 5 strikeouts, 5 runs given up. Connor Blue. We'll be back with Bearcats baseball. This is Bearcats Radio. Welcome back to Bearcats Baseball. This is Bearcats Radio with a new pitcher in, Brendan Oliver. Gets on the bump. 4-inning pitched this season with a 4.15 ERA. He's got one out with a man on first base. Comes set, 0-0 pitch. Comes set longer. Oh, throws it behind him. Maybe a little nervous up there, coming into a bit of a pinch of this game. Game hasn't gone exactly as planned for the Bearcats. This Evansville team has just been really putting a lot of pressure on the defense, hitting the ball around, already with 8 hits.
I just think it's surprising, really, to everyone. I mean,
I don't think anyone was expecting this.
exactly. You look at the records from the outside, the stats, it clearly favors Cincinnati, but this has definitely been a surprise.
Oliver comes with a 1-0 pitch. Just missed. 2-0. Yeah, I don't think anyone was really expecting this. I mean, on paper, that's the beauty of baseball. It's really anybody's day. You know, there's been a last place team can beat a first place team, and that's we'll see how it goes today. 2-0 pitch. Oliver deals. Swing and a miss. Good pitch to come back. 2-1 count with one down, man on second base.
It's crucial for Cincinnati to leave this top frame of the inning with only 2 runs allowed. Do not allow any more. That's going to be crucial in my eyes.
Yeah. With the 2-1 pitch, he deals. Another swing and a miss. Another great pitch. Looks like a little bit of a slider he got right there. Outside part of the zone. Brendan Oliver. Nice pitch. As he kind of checks on that guy at second base. He's taking a bit of more of a time than Blue did. As he comes sets, 2-2 pitch. Deals. Ground ball. Third base, foul ball. Yeah, a little change of pace here for the Evansville lineup. Brendan Oliver working just a bit slower than Connor Blue. Connor Blue kind of sped the game up a little bit on him, and Oliver's trying to bring that back down to the Bearcats. With the 2-2 pitch, he's set, looking on the man on second base, deals, just a bit outside.
It's crucial. Cannot allow any more free passes. Can't walk anyone. With only 1 down. You really got to get these outs right here. Limit the damage.
Brendan Oliver, 3-2 pitch, deals, foul ball. Good pitch to come back in the zone right there. Yeah, you really don't want to give anything going to the outfield, or else this runner will score easily. Bearcats down 4-5 now in the top of the 5th. Again, just not where we thought we were going to be today, with how well this Bearcat team has been, and Evansville with the record they have. Oliver with the 3-2 pitch. Hits it, first baseman softly, tosses it over to Oliver, catches it, steps on first. 2 down here in the 5th inning.
That's a big out right there. Even though the runner advances to third, it's fine. It's a big out. Now really right here as we hit the middle of the order, it's a good hitter, and Spike McGill, you really have to challenge him. You really do.
Yeah, and I really like that last pitch there to jam him. Just hit nice softly down to first base. Now we got Spike McGill. I want to name Spike McGill. You know your kid was born for greatness if you're naming him Spike McGill. Oliver, 2 down in the inning, man on third base. 0-0 pitch. Sets, deals. A little bit low right there. Man on third base, he's jumping around a little bit. Trying to get in Oliver's head as he's attacking Spike here in this at-bat. Just trying to get out of this inning. Only 1 run given up with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. Bringing it back in the zone right there.
It's that fastball, 90 miles an hour. His fastball's in the low 90s. You know, you're going to see him throw it a little bit quite often, but so far he's been relying on what looks to be that slider or changeup.
The 1-1 pitch, man on third base, 2 down, deals. Foul ball, gets out of there. 1-2 pitch, you really want to see him really attack this hitter, right? You really don't want to give up any more balls. Just keep that pitch count low. Help you feel confident as a pitcher. Let's see what he does right here with a man on third base. 2 down, 1-2 pitch. Oliver deals. Just missed a little bit low. I think the fans, Bearcat bench wanted that call a little bit, just barely missed. Definitely a good ball length out of the zone, but just right there. Could have been a call on maybe another day.
Just like you said, just barely missed it. Tried to go with the breaking ball low, and he just did not hit the zone.
Oliver with the 2-2 pitch now. Deals. Foul ball. Yeah, I don't mind that. I like that pitch. Just barely missing it. As a pitcher, you just got to shake it off. Right, move on to the next pitch.
Saw the fastball just there, 90 miles an hour up in the zone. So you go with the low breaking ball to a high fastball. Do you repeat that? Go with the high fastball again.
Oliver with the 2-2 pitch. Deals. Softly hit the third base. Comes in on it. Throws it to the first base. Oh, and he throws it up the line for an error. Bearcats give up another run. Coming off the air, coming back to bite him on the butt. Now 6-4, Evansville.
Yeah, it was a tough play for Reardon. It's a slow hit chopper to him at third base. And McGill, he's a very fast runner too. So he's got a lot of speed. You get a lot of pressure to try and make that throw. And ultimately you rushed it, threw it right by Quentin Coates. Lucky enough, McGill didn't get an extra bag.
Oliver sets with a man on first base, 0-0. A little bit outside. Yeah, 2 of those errors that the Bearcats had today were on tough plays. They were tough plays. Doesn't make it easy on the defense, but still coming back to bite them a little bit. Oliver with the 1-0 pitch. Gets it in there first strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Yeah, he's really not worried about this man on first base. You really just want to attack the hitter right here, being in the position that the Bearcats are. Brendan Oliver with the 1-1 pitch. Man on first base. Deals. Just a bit outside.
You got Jordan Bishop who stepped out of the dugout for a bit.
Yeah,
He's upset at something.
Getting a little chirpy down there. As Oliver sets with the 2-1 count. Throws it in there. High. 3-1 count for Brendan Oliver.
I think if you're Jordan Bishop, I think this game plan is definitely taking a turn from what you've anticipated and what you expected to, kind of run in some of your bullpen guys that haven't had much playing time to, you might want to think about getting your best bullpen guys out there.
3-1 pitch, and he walks him. Yeah, this Bearcat pitching, as good as they've been all year, looking a little rough around the edges today. Letting a little too many base runners get on base, just kind of on free bases, really, walks, hit by pitches, errors. Never where you want to be as a team.
Yeah, and Bishop, he has a little walkie-talkie with him. He just radioed something to, assumably, the bullpen to get someone going. But I think this next choice out the bullpen, eventually when it comes, it will be interesting to see which approach they're going to go with.
0-0 pitch with 2 men on, man on second and first. Hits it softly to center field. Derek Pitts coming in, makes the catch easily. Bearcats giving up a couple runs this inning. It's now 6-4. Evansville going into the bottom of the 5th. This is Bearcats Radio. Welcome back to Bearcats Baseball. This is Bearcats Radio. We're here in the bottom of the 5th. 4-6, Cincinnati Bearcats versus Evansville, up by 2 runs. We got Cal Sefik coming up to bat. New pitcher here for the Evansville, Kellen Roberts. First time pitching today. 0-0 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Fields it cleanly, throws down to first base for 1 quick out. Down goes Cal.
I think I was telling you this as well a little bit. Just the approach they take coming out this bullpen is going to be, you know, indicative of what they're going to try and do. If you see a guy like a Carson Marsh come out, might be a little too early in the 6th, but if you see Bishop and the Bearcats attempting to go with their best relievers, or are they going to stick with the guys that they planned on throwing in this game regardless of what happens?
Christian Mitchell up to bat, 0-0 count. Yeah, it's definitely interesting to kind of manage the bullpen in a game like this when you're expecting to win big. Now it's the tables have flipped a little bit with Evansville now in the lead, 6-4, bottom of the 5th, 1-0 pitch. Mitchell takes it for a strike, 1-1 count, 1 down.
It's a good breaking ball, 82 miles an hour. Bottom half of the zone. Mitchell is waiting for that pitch that he wants to hit and drive it out of here.
Mitchell had a nice shot last time, 1-1 pitch. Mitchell hits it hardly to shortstop, fields it cleanly, throws down to first base in the dirt, picks it, got him for an out. 2 down here. 101 off the bat. Mitchell's been hitting the ball hard today. Unfortunately, no hits. But still, I mean, when you're seeing the ball like that, hitting it well, can't be too mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, 101 in that ground ball. He also had the fly out to center that ended the 3rd, in which the center fielder here made a spectacular grab off the padding. So he's making good contact. Unfortunately, it's just good defense. It's right at the person.
Great defense today as Jackson Reardon steps up to bat. Kellen Roberts, first pitch ball. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jackson steps up to play it against Kellen. 1-0 count to Jackson. Deals and pitches. Foul ball.
Oh.
Ooh, almost smokes a fan. Very acrobatic, saving the kid. Shout out to that dad right there, keeping his kid from getting hit from the ball. Use himself as a shield. The kid throws it back.
The dad's like, what are you doing?
See if the umpire throws it. Oh.
No.
Ooh.
So that was actually a little bit scary because the family of 4, it's 2 young kids. The one wasn't looking and the other one was sitting down, so good reflexes to the dad.
Shout out dad right there. 1-1 pitch down to Jackson. He hits him, plunks him with 2 down in the inning. There's a free runner for the Bearcats. See if they can capitalize off of that as he sprints down to first base.
Cool thing, you got the fan who got the foul ball after, just gave it back to the dad.
Oh, good for him right there.
It's good sportsmanship. But the kid, he's definitely not going to give the ball to the kid anymore.
That'll be a funny story to tell him in a couple years when he's older.
He literally got it, turned, and just threw it.
Want to be part of the game down there, young man. As Lou Sefik comes up to bat with a man on first base, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kellen Roberts plunks a guy, puts him on first base, deals and pitches. Ball high to Luke. 2 down here, man on first base. Luke trying to get something he can drive, bring this runner in. Get this game still very much in reach. We're only halfway through the game. 1-0 pitch, picks off to first base. Man, these Evansville guys, they just love picking off to first base.
Yeah. You know, they want to keep those base runners honest, you know, especially when UC loves to be aggressive on the base paths. You know, you just want to keep them on base. You know, you don't want them to gain any free bags.
As he picks off again. Luke may be sitting in there impatiently, waiting for this pitch. I know as a batter, you know, I always hated when they would pick off. I'm like, just throw me the ball, man. You know?
Just pitch the dang ball already.
1-0 pitch to Luke. Foul ball, 1-1 count. Kellen Roberts evens the count, 1-1.
I think, depending how this game goes, if it's in a situation in which UC needs some runs, I think you might see Luke Sefcik be one of the guys subbed out. Jackson Reardon as well. probably move Mitchell to third, bring Jackson Smith to DH to second. You probably see a couple of those young guys get moved out if they go that route.
As it comes with the 1-1 pitch here to Luke. High and in, just misses that. Now 2-1 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Yeah, kind of changes, again, changes the game plan a little bit. You want to win every game. Some of these midweek games, you really can't. You can afford to lose them, yes, but these are games that are must-win games. As the better roster is the 2-1 pitch, just high. Now 3-1 to Luke Sefik. Kellen working himself into a little bit of a jam here. For the man on first base, now a 3-1 count with 2 down. Lead at first. Gets set, 3-1 pitch. Right in there, drops a breaking ball in for a strike. Now the count is full with 2 down. Jackson on first base. 2 stolen bases on the year. We're going to see him running on this pitch. Full count, 3-2 pitch to Luke. Sets and deals. Swings and foul ball. Staying alive.
Another thing, too, is that the sun has completely disappeared.
Yeah, it's gone. There's no shadows on the field anymore.
None.
It's always nice. Cools it down a little bit.
Which kind of sucks. It was so nice.
I was enjoying it up here. Still got the breeze.
High
Still
of
got
77 today.
What's it at right now?
76.
76.
Feels like 72.
3-2 pitch to Sefik. Swings, hits a little blooper down to center field. Gets down there for a hit. Jackson's running around third base, stops there at third. Luke with the hit. Man now at first and third. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Just a great piece of hitting there. Great at bat. Moving the man over to third base.
Hit all the points. Good job staying alive in the count. This is where it gets interesting because Luke Sefik, for Bishop and UC, he's not really known for his hitting. Comes off the bench a lot. But on a 3-2 count, hits at the center field, advances Reardon to third. This is where it's unique because you got a guy like Enzo Infelice who's already homered in this game. He's your 9-hole hitter right now. Typically, he's in that 5 slot. So you got a guy like this batting 9th because of a sub that he came in for, rather pinch hit. For McDaniel, makes things a whole lot more interesting.
Very dangerous at the plate with the 0-0 count. Deals and throws it in there. Hits a ground ball hard at first base, but he snags it. Steps on first base to end the inning. Bearcats leave 2 men on base. No runs scored in the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Bearcats Radio. Welcome back to Bearcats Baseball. We're now in the top of the 6th inning as Oliver steps on the mound with you. No one out here. Mason McHugh steps at the plate. 0-0 pitch. Deals. Swings it. Hits it hard to center field. Pitts coming in on it. Great catch. For 1 down. Starting off fast for the Bearcats.
Start you need. It was hit right at Pitts. Took a couple steps up. Made a hip-high catch. Leaned over a little bit, but if Bearcats can go 1, 2, 3 here, or at least force the Aces go 1, 2, 3, they'll be very, very huge coming up next, considering they'll be top of the order for Cincinnati.
Oliver would love to keep his pitch count low, as there's now 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Sets and deals. A little bit outside. 1-0 count. Yeah, if we can keep that pitch low, Bearcats can keep that pitch low. That last hit was 106 off the bat. Hit hard, but right at him. Those are always the tougher plays to make as a outfielder. Oliver comes pitch, 1-0 pitch. Just missed. A little bit outside. Well, we talked about that pitch count. He's now down in the count. 2-0, Oliver. Throwing to Ryan Seton.
I go set on, yeah.
Ryan Seton with 2-0 pitch. Strike 1. Now it's a 2-1 pitch. It's a good little comeback pitch right there. Fastball outside part of the zone. Oliver sets up on the mound. 2-1 pitch and deals. Hits a pop-up outside to left field. It's drifting back far. It keeps drifting. Oh, it's off the wall. And he's running down to third base. Throws it in there. And he slides in safely to third base for a triple. Just over Cal's head out there in left field. His ball just kept carrying on him. Now he stands safely at third base with 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, it's really unique because the wind is kind of blowing in from the southwest, which would be from the left field pole. If it wasn't blowing in, that ball is leaving the yard. That's a home run any day of the week. But he's lucky that wind kept it in, especially for Cal Sefcik. Went off the top of the wall. What a day Seton's having. 3 of 3. He's a single away from the cycle.
Oliver with the 0-0 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and it gets through for an RBI single. Rounds the first base hard. Throws it in, stays on there first base. Yeah, this Evansville team has been hitting really well for coming in with a very low team batting average. They've seen the ball well off some good pitchers here.
I have. And like we said, came into this game last nationally in batting average. Today, 10 hits, 7 runs. It's been their day so far.
Now down with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. 0-0 count. Oliver sets with the man on first base and deals. A little bit inside, almost hit him. 1-0. Oliver might be a little rattled after that almost home run. And a little ground ball through the infield, both hard hit balls. Man leads off at first base. 0-1 pitch. And he clipped it. He hit him. Free base runner on first base for Evansville. Wyatt Pennington, that's my guy, gets on first base.
Not related to you yet that we know of?
Not related in the slightest, I don't think. But he stands safely at first base now with a man on first and second, 1 down. Bishel is going to come out and get a new pitcher this inning.
Yeah, Oliver, they tried to stick to the plan of getting a lot of guys who haven't had experience, get them some playing time and opportunities. But, so far, this plan has been going well. And right now he's talking to him. He hasn't grabbed the baseball yet. But
it just hasn't gone Bearcats' way defensively or pitching today. But, I mean, we got to give props to Evansville. They've been hitting the ball really well, really hard all day. As that's going to be the end of the day for Brendan Oliver. We'll be right back here with Bearcats Baseball. This is Bearcats Radio. Welcome back to Bearcats Baseball on Bearcats Radio. Evansville is currently up Cincinnati 7-4 here in the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher, Brendan Eager, will step in to face Reed Hare with 2 men on. Man on first and second. Brendan sets. 0-0 count. And deals. Skips it in there for a first pitch ball.
Yeah, what this tells me, UC, they're sticking with their approach they had today. You know, they're not going to step down, at least right now of it. Eager was on that list of guys that was going to try and get in today, and they have.
Eager with the 1-0 pitch. Floats it in there a little bit for a ball. Yeah, they're sticking to their game plan. You know, mixing good pitchers in. Brendan Eager in now for a little bit of work as he faces Reed. Now down on the count, 2-0. Sets and pitches. Oh, and it gets by Enzo. Runners both advance. Now, 3-0 count. The man on second and third with only 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning.
It's huge. Takes away the double play option that could have been available for the Bearcats, granted if they had a ground out.
Bearcats, you almost think they maybe want to walk him here just to get that force out. But Eager sets, 3-0 pitch, throws it. Gets it in there for a strike, 3-1 count.
It's not a horrible idea. I don't know why they were doing it. I think maybe because you have, the only reason I can't imagine it is because you have the matchup lefty on lefty right now. It's probably the only reason I'd say.
Eager with 3-1 pitch. Swings, hits it up the middle hard. Derek Pitt's going to field this, throw it into home plate. Runner beats it out. Hare advances to second base on the single. 2-runner score. It is now 9-4 Evansville.
Kind of just a shock, honestly. I mean, this is an Evansville team that did not do good last year at all. Only 17 wins. They've been struggling this year a lot, 3 of 11 coming into this game. But, you know, right now they are playing their game. 11 hits on the day for them, 9 runs. Granted, you know, they've taken advantage of the Cincinnati errors, but they're playing really well right now. You got to give them credit.
You were with the 0-0 pitch, foul ball. They are. I mean, we got to sing the praises a little bit for this Evansville team. They've been hitting the ball really hard. That last one at 108. You know, it's a new day for them, man.
Right up the middle.
They've been hitting the ball well. Some sun's coming out to play right now a little bit again, bouncing in and out. Man on second base for Eager with the 0-1 pitch. Deals. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Good compact pitch right there.
Something we haven't seen a lot from Evansville is swinging and missing. You know, we saw it a little bit in that first inning, a little bit in the fourth, but since then, the Bearcats pitching hasn't really provided a lot of opportunities for Evansville to swing and miss.
Igor with the 0-2 pitch, man on second base. Just misses outside corner. Yeah, we saw a lot of swing and misses in the first inning, but they've been hitting the ball. They're putting a lot of pressure on the defense to make plays, a lot of pressure on the pitchers to make pitches. Gets you in a little dicey situation here. Now down 9-4, top of the 6th. Man on second base. You were with the 1-2 pitch. Deals, and he plunks him. Sends the batter down to first base now. The man on first and second, only 1 down in the top of the 6th inning.
1-2 count.
1-2 count.
Yeah, by pitch. That is demoralizing right there.
Eager with a good start to that at-bat, coming back after the single, as the pitching coach will come out to come talk to him. Calm him down a little bit. Nerves. You're put into kind of a dicey situation. You know, as a pitcher, you don't always know how to feel, right? You want to go out there and play your game, but, you know, you're very aware of the situation that you're in, and it's never easy on a pitcher. Just kind of going out there, talking to him a little bit, calming down. Most of the time, I don't know if you've heard, right, you playing baseball, pitching coaches will come out there and just say the most nonsense thing in the world. And, you know, if they can make the pitcher laugh, that's their job right there.
That's
you
a
know.
good sign.
So
someone say something outlandish to you?
Oh yes.
Like what?
Nothing I can say on air.
Dependable.
But always made me laugh. Sometimes I'd give up a home run right after, or sometimes I'd end the inning. It could either be very much words of wisdom by the pitching coach or a little joke. Either way, eager, hoping to calm down here with a man on first and second, top of the 6th inning with 1 down. 0-0 pitch as Spike Miguel comes up to bat. 0-0 pitch, just a bit outside.
For Evansville, they have 5 consecutive base runners on board. 2 of them have been hit by a pitch, and the rest are just base hits.
Seen the ball well. 1-0 pitch, 2 men on, just a bit outside. Eager working a bit outside this at-bat. Doesn't want to make this lead any bigger than it is now. Eager sets with the 2-0 pitch. 2 men on. Swing and a miss. Now 2-1. Trying to get something on the ground here. See if they can roll a double play and get out of this inning.
Double play would be huge for Cincinnati.
Eager sets, checks on the runner at second base, deals, foul ball. Good pitch now, counts even at 2-2. Spike Miguel. Spike Miguel is 1 for 3 on the day. Counts even at 2-2 with 1 down. Eager comes sets. Pitches. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Eager sends him down swinging. Down 0-2 in the count. Comes back with 3 straight strikes to send him back there on the bench.
Big pitch right there. I don't know what pitch this is. I think it might be a changeup, honestly. I mean, 76 miles an hour. Don't have all the scouting report on what pitches they have, but you know, it's a nice off-speed pitch. You force McGill to swing at it, chased it, didn't get it. Much needed out for Cincinnati.
Huge out for Cincinnati right there. Now 2 down with 2 runners on. 0-0 pitch. Foul ball. It's a great pitch to come back, and with Drew O'Connor up the bat. Counts now 0-1. Eager's gonna come set. Check on the runner at second base. The 0-1 pitch. Bit inside, he gets past the catcher. Runners advance now at second and third. Wild pitch on that ball.
Seen that quite a bit overall. A lot of wild pitches by all the UC pitchers. You gotta hit the zone. You gotta hit the zone.
Pitching's been inconsistent today, to say the least.
Very.
Eager trying to settle himself down now. Man on second, third with a 1-1 count. Steals. Hits the corner for strike 2. Great pitch right there. Great comeback pitch. Trying to send him down. Get out of this inning. Eager on the mound with the 1-2 pitch. The payoff. And he hits it to right field, right center field. Both players are going back to get it. Oh, and he leaps. Oh, he misses the ball. Pitch misses the ball. Running down to third base. Slides in safely to third base for a triple. Derek Pitts made a heroic effort for that ball. Just barely missed it, but bangs into that center field fence very hard. He's down on the ground as we speak. We just hope he doesn't get injured trying to make that play.
That was a lot of contact.
He hit that fence hard.
Yeah.
Another good ball.
Yeah, usually Pitts is the guy that doesn't play center field. You know, usually he's tailored to right field, but today with the adjustments that they're making, you're going to move him to center, bring on Mitchell to right field. But how about a 5-spot inning for Evansville on the top of the 6th? But you just really, really hope that Derek Pitts is okay.
Yeah, Derek Pitts, I mean, really going all out for the ball. You love to see that. You just hope he didn't get injured on that. as it bounced off his glove. Almost made the catch. Almost an incredible catch. Bishop's out there checking up on him. Still on the ground, but up on his knees a little bit, so he's not down. You just hope for the best in this situation as he gets back up. Pitts is a tough, resilient guy. Not going to let a little wall get in his way from hopefully continuing his great season he's having.
I'm more concerned. I mean, if you don't want to assume injury, but I'm probably that left shoulder maybe.
Yeah, he came down hard on that left shoulder, but he walks off right back out to center field. The crowd giving him a little ovation for that. That was a shot by Drew McConnell. 380.
I thought it was gone.
Yeah, deepest part of the park right there. Bangs it off the fence. Gets in with the 2 RBI triple. Now Bearcats again trying to get out of this jam with the 5 spot here in the top of the 6th inning. It is now 11-4 Evansville.
Looks like Bishop's having some communication issues with his walkie-talkie. It's flipping through the channels and nothing's working. He's spoken to about 6 times. And he keeps changing. Yeah, because he wants to try and get to the bullpen. And he took a long route. He was walking in from center, you know, try to go down this out of foul play territory down the UC dugout. Try to walkie something. It didn't work. He flipped probably about through 6 channels. And once he got to the step, he said, all right, I'll just do it myself then.
Yeah, really buying some time, but that will be the day for Brendan Eager. As Evansville is up 11-4 here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. We'll be right back with Bearcats baseball. Welcome back to Bearcats baseball. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. 11-4 Evansville to Cincinnati. New pitcher in the game, Guerrillo, sets and pitches, 0-0. Just a bit outside. We've seen a few pitchers here today for the Bearcats as Carrillo faces Trenton Lombardo. Standing there on the left side of the batter's box. 0-1 pitch. Hits a pop-up foul. Evens the count at 1-1. 2 down here for the Bearcats. Man on third base. Carrillo just trying to get the Bearcats out of this without any more damage. As he sets with the 1-1 pitch. Deals. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Lombardo down now in the count. Carrillo with a nice comeback pitch right there. Now sets the count at 1-2. 2 down, man on first base. Kick, deals. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Carrillo throws in 4 pitches, sends him down swinging. Bearcats baseball down 4-11 to Evansville. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bearcats baseball. Bearcats are currently down 4-11 to Evansville. Evansville with a season high 12 hits. Really hitting the ball well. Jackson Smith steps up the plate. Now the top of the lineup for the Bearcats.
This is crucial. You got top of your order right here. You got to do some damage. You really have to. You have to start chipping away at this deficit.
Game is far from over. These Bearcats could definitely string along something. I wouldn't be surprised as the pitch comes in. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Jackson Smith. Waiting to break something through today. Top of the lineup is hitless. First 3 batters. Jackson Smith steps in there. Wiggles the bat a little bit. Pitch. A little up and in. Evens the count at 1-1. Yeah, we're really waiting for a breakthrough here for the Bearcats. You know, they still have 4 more at-bats as a team. 1-1 pitch to Jackson. Low. 2-1 count.
I think what's interesting is how aggressive will they be? If, say, they were to get a couple base runners on, we know they love to steal the base paths. How aggressive will they be is my genuine question.
2-1 pitch to Smith. Ball 3. I see them being aggressive. You know, at this point in the game, you got nothing to lose, right? I mean, you might as well go for it. Try some things out. Steal some bases. We got to get some runners on. Smith now with a 3-1 count here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitches in ball 4. Now there we go. Bearcats. Free man on base for Derek Pitts, who had that little scary moment out in center field where he's luckily standing strong there in the right side batter's box. Digging in, getting a little comfortable. Bottom of the 6th for the Bearcats. Start chipping away at this deficit. Pitts steps in there with Smith on first base. A little wiggle of the bat. Smith leads at first. 0-0 pitch. Bit inside. 1-0 to Derek Pitts. See if he can get something he can drive here. As he picks off to first base. Derek trying to get his first hit of the day. Bearcats dugout haven't lost any life. Love to see that. The 1-0 pitch inside. 2-0 to Derek Pitts.
It's like inaudible. I hear barking, screaming, yelling. Like, I don't know what they're trying to say. Who's trying to say it too?
Anything to get the boys fired up. Derek Pitts. 2-0 in the count. Deals. Drops that one in there for a strike.
It's a good pitch. 80 miles an hour breaking ball. Inside slab of the zone. Just nicked it.
It's a great pitch. It's a good take. Smith on first base. With Derek Pitts up to bat. 2-1 pitch. Deals and throws. Runner fakes going to first. Dukes out the catcher a little bit. Now that was a ball. 3-1 count to Derek Pitts. You have to think he's looking to put some damage on this ball. Smith leads off at first base. Pitts with a 3-1 count. Deals. Swings it. Shot down it into left center field. Center fielder comes in, catches the ball easily, throws it in. Strands that runner on first base. Now with one down in the bottom of the sixth inning. A little bit off the end of the bat for Pitts. Not a bad swing. You like to see the aggressiveness there, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you mentioned, it's not a bad swing. It's just trying to go more towards the gap. You know, he kind of hung that one up a little bit, in which the center fielder here had a lot of time to get to it, adjust and make the catch. But, you know, it's, as long as you're not striking out, but the Bearcats, they do have to get some hits and really start advancing some of these base runners down the paths.
Now as Quentin Coates steps up to the plate. He's currently over 3 in the day with 2 Ks. Man on first base. Payoff. A little bit inside. 1-0. Quentin, part of this lineup, this hit list top 3 of the lineup. Looking to get his first hit of the day.
It's 0 for 8.
Hopefully driving a run here. The 1-0 pitch. Smith leads at first. Takes it low for ball 2. 2-0 count. Right where Quentin wants to be.
He wanted that one.
He's eager.
88 low in the zone. Or excuse me, downstairs, 88 miles an hour.
He's going to be looking for something he can drive here now with the 2-1 pitch. Quentin Coates swings and hits a drive out to right field. Down the line. Just a bit foul. Good swing on that.
That's a mistake right there by the pitcher, Roberts. 93 mile an hour fastball. Just put it right in the middle of the zone. Coates a little bit late on that one, which is why he drove it foul down the right side.
Looking for another pitch similar to that he can drive. Smith leads off at first base. We got one down here in the top of the 6th. 2-1 count. Quentin Coates. Swing and miss. Throws down to first base. Evens the count now at 2-2. Dropped a curveball in there. Quentin evens the count with that swing and a miss. Smith fast there at first base. You think anything outfield could score a run. As the 2-2 pitch, pitcher comes set. Just up. 3-2 count now to Quentin. Putting together a good at-bat right here.
Indeed he is. 3-2. Runner's going to go. No matter what, you got one out. The last thing you need or want is to hit into a double play.
Yeah, you want to kind of keep this ball in the air. See if you can put something in the gap at the 3-2 pitch. Up and he walks him. Quentin Coates gets on first base. Top of the lineup may not be hitting exactly today, but they are still getting on base a couple times. Now with Smith on second base. Coates on first with one down for Natelli. Tilly hit a home run here in the first inning, as looks like we'll get a mound visit by Evansville.
This is a bullpen game for them. Roberts so far inning and a third's pitched. The guy I wanted is probably just a visit, talk over some strategy, go over what they want to see out of this at bat, how they're going to approach a hitter like Natalia, who's already homered in this game back in the first.
Yeah, Natili's someone you don't want to throw something he can drive. Him being the hitter he is.
It's a big at bat, regardless. I mean,
big at bat. This could be a big breakthrough for the Bearcats here.
Yes, yes.
Down 7, now in the bottom of the 6th inning, as it sits at 11-4 Evansville. Natali is going to want to put this one in the gap. Keep this ball off the ground. Don't want to roll into a double play right here. Tilly will step up to the plate with Coates on first, Smith on second. Pitcher sets. Takes a little peek at the guy on second base and deals. Drops in there for a strike one. Now the 0-1 count at 91. Tilly steps up to the plate. Bottom of the 6th inning. Pitcher sets and deals. Just up, evens the count at 1-1.
I think the difference in this game, Cincinnati 1 for 6, the runners in scoring position. Evansville 6 of 14. It's been one of the key differences so far.
Yeah, you gotta hit when runners are on, runners in scoring position. Take advantage of that. Now with the 1-1 pitch to Natelli. Inside. Ball 2. Counts now 2-1. Tilly looks in full command of this at-bat.
I think Roberts, too, has not been able to locate the strike zone a lot this inning. He's already issued 2 walks. That Pitts at-bat was a flyout, but so far just not commanding the zone.
Now with the 2-1 pitch to Natelli. Swings and drives it out to right field. Right fielder dropping back on it. Smith tagging up, runs down to third base. He'll stand up at third easily. Natelli moving the runner over. Now with 2 outs, Bearcats with a man on first and third. Kyle Sefcik steps up to plate. Been hitting pretty well, got a hit already today. Looking to put some more runs on the board for the Bearcats. Start time is dwindling, as Evansville will be making a change on the mound, it looks like. Bottom of the 6th inning. 11-4 Evansville, 2 down Bearcats. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bearcats baseball. Evansville is currently up 11-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher for Evansville, Peter McCauley, will take the mound as Cal Sefik steps up to the plate. 2 runners on, 2 outs, man on first and third. Sefik sets in there. The 0-0 pitch by McCauley. He deals. Drops the ball in there for a ball. 1-0. A little bit in the dirt. 1-0 pitch to Sefik. Sets. Deals. Drops it in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Peter McCauley trying to get out of this little jam. Evansville and Cincinnati at the same time trying to break through.
And McCauley's someone making his 3rd appearance this year, all of them coming in the month of March. So he's got a big ask right here to get these out.
1-1 pitch, drives it out. Center field coming in on it. A little awkward ball, and they catch it easily. Center fielder, 3 outs. Going into the top of the 7th inning. It is 11-4 Cincinnati Bearcats. They strand 2 runners on. You're watching Bearcats baseball, listening to Bearcats radio.
And welcome back here to UC Baseball Stadium, top of the 7th. Evansville up 11-4 over the Cincinnati Bearcats. They scored 5 in the 6th, 3 in the 5th. It'll be Mason McHugh at the plate, 0 of 3 today. Brendan Garula still on the mound for Cincinnati. First pitch to McHugh. Takes a strike on the breaking ball, 77 miles an hour. For Evansville, we talked about it earlier as well. For them, 11 runs in a game ties a season high as McHugh fouls that one away left side for an 0-2 count quickly. But also 12 hits for them, a season high for Evansville, a team that's hasn't really done well offensively this season, but so far playing one of their best games. And it's coming against Cincinnati. The 0-2 from Garula. That one's popped up. Shortstop Smith sails under it, back pedals, makes the grab for out number 1.
I think the biggest thing we're seeing today is mistakes and capitalizing on mistakes. Evansville has capitalized on the Bearcats' mistakes today with a couple errors, playing some free runners on, and with 12 hits added onto that, you know, calls for a good day of baseball for Evansville. Bearcats have not done that very well today, is leaving some stranded runners out.
Here's Ryan Seddon at the plate, 1 out. Takes a ball on the first pitch. Seddon, 3 of 3 today. A double in the second, homer in the fifth, a triple in the sixth. A single here, and he would hit for the cycle. 1 out, top of the seventh. Bearcats on by 7. Garula puts in another ball. Seddon up 2-0 in the count. Appeared in 6 games last year as a true freshman. Also played in the Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp team in the Prospect League over the summer. Hit .281. Garula's pitch is outside for ball 3. Seddon already up 3-0 in the count. 1 down, top of the 7th. Evansville up 11-4 over the Cincinnati Bearcats on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Garula delivers a 3-0. And he walked him. That is the first free passage of the inning. Seddon on board all 4 times this game. And overall, for Evansville, it's their second runner on via walk. They have 3 runners on via hit by pitch. That will bring up Charlie Longmire. It's 2 of 4 today. First pitch to him by Garula. It's upstairs for ball 1. We talked about it a lot, especially in the beginning of this game with Connor Blue starting the game. The Bearcats wanted to use their bullpen and deeper pieces to give them some opportunities like a Garula or an Eager. Here's the 1-0. It's the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, it's still good seeing those guys get in here, getting that work in. Couple, the 5th and the 6th inning being the roughest too, I would say. A couple mistakes just compiled over the inning.
The 1-1 from Garula, hint to the third base side. Glove by Reeder and throw to second. In time is Sefik to first. Not in time. The Bearcats will get 1 out. It's going to be a fielder's choice. So Seddon goes out going to second as Longmire will be at first base. With Wyatt Pennington at the plate. 1 of 3 today. Had a single back in the 5th. Was hit by a pitch in the 6th. 2 down, top of the 7th. Evansville ahead 11-4 over Cincinnati. Garula delivers the first pitch. Runner goes. And Felice throws down. And it cannot be gloved in by Luke Sefcik. That's a stolen base for Longmire. His first of the year.
Pennington with only 1 hit, but has scored 2 runs. Everyone's kind of getting a little bit of the action with 11 runners crossing home plate today for Evansville.
Garula gets set, looks back at second. Here's the 1-0 to Pennington. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. 88-mile-an-hour pitch, bottom corner of the zone. Made Pennington chase. Sets up a 1-1 count with 2 down in the top of the 7th. There's the 1-1. Just outside for ball 2. Pennington has high aspirations by many here for Evansville. The 2026 D1 Baseball preseason Missouri Valley Conference Freshman of the Year and rated as the #1 impact freshman in the conference. The 2-1. Big hack and a miss. Chased the 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball low in the zone. 2-2 count. 2 outs. The Deuces are going wild in Cincinnati in the top of the 7th.
Pennington's been swinging out of shoes on these past 2 pitches. Still love to see that aggressiveness.
Garulas 2-2. Just missed the zone. Tried to go with that breaking ball once again. And Felice couldn't frame it in time. And the home plate umpire, Jay Myers, did not budge. Full count. Here's the pitch from Garula. Inside, and he walked him. So Wyatt Pennington will go on board for the 3rd time this game. And now with 2 down in the top of the 7th, you got Longmire at second, Pennington at first, and that'll bring up Reed Hare. 2 of 4 today. Singled back in the 3rd, doubled in the 6th. That drove in 2 runs. in an inning in which the Aces scored 5. Garula looks back at second, delivers the first pitch of the at-bat, hits the zone for strike 1 at 88 miles an hour.
Good pitch to come back in there, trying to take command and finish out this inning for the Bearcats.
Hare started the season 5 for his first 34. The 0-1 to him, fouled away left side, sets up an 0-2 count. But now, for Hare, he has 7 for his last 19.
Seen the ball a lot better recently, as most of this team has been seeing the ball very well today.
Distant relative of 7-time Grammy-winning country artist Doc Watson, as that one's outside for a ball.
I almost thought you were going to say Doc Hudson from the Cars series.
Have you ever heard Doc Watson?
I've never heard of Doc. Do you?
No.
We'll look him up during the break.
It's a 1-2 count to Reed Hare, 2 down top of the 7th. 2 runners on for Evansville. Guerrero sends it, and it's stopped by Infelice low in the dirt. Low enough in which the trackman couldn't catch it. 2-2 count.
Doc Hudson's more of a American guitarist, singer, bluegrass, folk, country, blues, and gospel singer.
Interesting. 2-2. Just outside again, sets up a full count. For Evansville, they have a big stretch coming up. Here playing the Bearcats. Tomorrow they'll travel to Oxford nearby and play Miami University. And then they have a 3-game weekend set at Xavier. Full count pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. Bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks issued from Garula. And now that'll bring up the power hitter, Zimi Baftiri, who is 1 of 2 today with the bases full.
Looks like Bishop's going to come out, bringing a new pitcher.
Let's see if it's just a mound meeting. Nope, his night is done. Bearcats will go to the bullpen once again, as Brendan Garula will make the trot towards the Bearcats' dugout. It'll be interesting to see who comes in for Cincinnati. He did throw the name out there, maybe Bradley Coulter. Good to see him today. But ultimately, we will see who the Bearcats elect out of the pen coming up next. Cincinnati down 11-4, top of the 7th. You're listening to UC Baseball on Bearcast Sports Radio. Welcome back to UC Baseball Stadium, top of the 7th, 2 down for Evansville as they have a commanding 11-4 lead. Adam Bukowski, the right-handed pitcher from Carmel, Indiana, will make another relief appearance for UC. Gorillas night, goes 1 innings pitch, walked 3 batters and struck out 1. He's responsible for all the base runners on board for Evansville. Zini Baptiri, first pitch, takes a ball outside. Baptiri today, 1 of 2. Hit a single back in the second, was hit by a pitch in the 6th. Here's the 1-0 from Bukowski, delivers it. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase on a 79-mile-an-hour pitch up in the zone for strike 1.
Bukowski has such an interesting arm angle. Comes almost like a good, pure sidearm. Comes almost looking right at the batter.
Here's the 1-1 from Bukowski. Another swing and a miss. Got him on an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball away from the zone. And now Baptiri down 1-2 in the count. 2 down, top of the 7th. Bearcats down 11-4. If they want a chance in this game, they have to escape the jam they're currently in with the bases loaded. Bukowski gets set. Here's his 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not.
That ball moves so far away. That one with almost 17 inches of horizontal break. Just that side arm angle is very difficult as a batter. You almost feel like some of those sliders are going to hit you, and then they'll end up off the plate.
2-2 count for Baptiri. Bukowski delivers. Swing and a miss. Got him on that 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball to end the inning. For Evansville, they leave them loaded. Coming up next, bottom of the 7th. Bearcats down 11-4 as you're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcast Sports Radio. Bottom of the 7th here at UC Baseball Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Bearcats down 11-4. To start the inning, it will be Christian Mitchell. Mitchell is 0 of 2 today. Flew out the center in the 3rd by a spectacular grab by Reed Hare. Grounded out in the 5th. McCauley still on the mound for Evansville. Here's his first pitch of the inning as Mitchell takes a strike.
Yeah, the sun came out a couple innings ago, which is nice. It's kind of been one of those typical Cincinnati days, sunny, cloudy, sunny. Now back to sunny. Love to see that.
Talk about spring weather. Here's the 0-1 to Mitchell. Just inside for a ball. This is the first time in their last 10 games that Cincinnati has not been rescheduled. A lot of inclement weather over the past couple of weeks, even forcing one of their home games against Western Kentucky to be played at Western Kentucky. Mitchell sends a rocket high and deep to center field. Hare moving back at the track, and he makes the grab. One down in the bottom of the 7th.
Mitchell 0 for 3 in the day, but I mean, every single ball he's hit has been over 100 miles an hour. That one at 102. I think he had one at 107, and I want to say one up to 110, 111 on that one out to center field.
Just hasn't been his day. This will bring up Jackson Reardon, the freshman, 0 of 2 today. One down, bottom of the 7th. Bearcats down 11-4 to Evansville. First pitch shows bunt, goes down the left field side. It's snagged in by Baftieri, throws to first, and it's not in time. It's an infield single by Jackson Reardon. That's the first Bearcat on board in the bottom of the 7th.
What a beautifully placed bunt, too. Right down there. Hard play for the pitcher. Pitcher let it go. Let the third baseman take it, and Jackson was just too fast.
Now we'll bring up Luke Sefcik to the plate. 1 of 3 today. Singled back in the 5th. Jackson Reardon at first. Only has 2 stolen bases this year. Takes his lead off of first. McCauley throws back that way. Yes. Reardon slides back in time. Sefcik did spend a couple years at Central Michigan before transferring to UC with Jordan Bischel. Another throwback to first.
You got to think they're a little bit worried, you know, now with that small ball bunt coming into play. They're going to be aggressive when they get on base. You know a steal's coming eventually, especially with this Bearcat team.
McCauley gets set. First pitch in the count. Downstairs for ball 1. Sefcik played in 7 games last year, making 6 starts. He dealt with injuries throughout the entire season. He started the opening series against Duke, and when the Bearcats knocked off the 11th-ranked Blue Devils. Here's the 1-0. Outside for ball 2. 91-mile-an-hour pitch. Cannot hit the zone for McCauley. As Luke Sefcik, he's up 2-0 in the count. 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Bearcats down 11-4. Looking for some magic on this Tuesday. McCauley sends his 2-0. That one is popped up right field. Seddon steps back, moves to his left, and makes the grab for the second out. So here comes Enzo Infelice. 1 of 2 today. Had the 2-run bomb back in the 4th inning. And that was the last time the Bearcats scored in this game. So for Cincinnati, it's a Jack Natelli 2-run homer in the 1st. And Infelice following, doing the same in the 4th. The only time Cincinnati has scored in this game. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. McCauley sends first pitch to Infelice. Outside for a ball. Coach Bischel was praising Infelice, saying that he was an elite high school hitter who will ultimately compete with the bat in our program. Optimistic that they'll develop him to a high-level hitter as he takes a second ball.
Yeah, coming in as a freshman and hitting as well as he has at a 328 batting average and a home run today, first home run of the year. He's just been seeing the ball really well as a freshman. And, you know, high praises from Bischel.
2-0 count. McCauley sends the pitch. Down for strike 1, 91 miles an hour.
Infelice really does look like a seasoned vet at the plate. Moment never looks too big for him. Very calm.
6'2", 225 freshman. Gets set for the 2-1 coming his way. Breaking ball clips the zone for strike 2.
Infelice not very happy about that call.
McCauley with a perfectly placed pitch. Breaking ball in the low corner. 2-2 count, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Reardon has his lead off of first. McCauley sends the pitch, runner goes, poked the other way, and to right field for a base hit. Reardon will advance to third. It's an opposite field single for Enzo Infelice, his second hit of the day.
Yeah, such a nice piece of hitting right there. Outside pitch, just plays with the ball. Like, lets it come in on him, smacks it backside, advancing the run to third base on that stolen base. Got him to third base very easily. Hopefully Bearcats can capitalize now with a man on first and third, as we've had past couple innings, just haven't capitalized.
Well, here comes his high school teammate, Jackson Smith. 0 of 2 today. It's hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the sixth. Runners on the corners. 2 outs for the Bearcats, bottom of the seventh. First pitch swinging, it's fouled away back. Took a tiny deflection. Regardless, it's a strike for Jackson Smith.
Yeah, really hoping to get one here. There's a gap right there in shortstop. They're shifting him just slightly.
McCauley looks back at first, now looks at his catcher, McGill. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away behind. And now Smith quickly down 0-2 in the count with 2 down in the bottom of the seventh. His team down by 7.
Smith is a little ramped up, you can see. Just trying to keep his team in this ball game.
Jackson Smith, the transfer from Bradley, hit .301 last year in 36 starts. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs for ball 1. You got Reardon at third, Infelice at first. The interior infielders are playing towards that outfield grass, while Baftiri, the third baseman, is playing about 2 steps off the infield grass. McCauley sends his 1-2. Upstairs for ball 2.
Bearcats dugout still chirping. Third baseman keeping him honest on that bunt. They don't want Smith to be too sneaky. They know he's got a lot of speed.
Derek Pitts on deck. McCauley delivers his 2-2. Breaking ball is outside for ball 3. So being down 0-2 in the count, Smith has worked the count back into his favor at 3-2.
Really love this approach by Smith. Not letting the moment get too big. He knows what's at stake.
Runners on the corners. McCauley, 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. That one is set high and deep to right field, set and moving back, and it's gone! A 3-run homer from Jackson Smith. Cuts the deficit down to 4. The Bearcats trail 11-7. 368 feet for Jackson Smith to right field off the netting of the scoreboard. And a clutch hit to keep the Bearcats alive in this one. That will bring up Derek Pitts.
What a drive by Smith. Staying within himself, didn't try and do too much. Hits the ball over the fence.
Great job. Down 0-2 in the count, worked it back into his favor on a payoff pitch, drove it out to right field. The Bearcats down but not out. Here's Derek Pitts, 0 of 3 today. McCauley sends the first pitch downstairs for ball 1.
Just a phenomenal at-bat by Jackson Smith. He's been so good all year. First hit for the top of the lineup today. Now with Derek Pitts trying to get in on the action.
Here's the 1-0 to Pitts as he takes a strike in the zone. 82 miles an hour.
The thing about this Bearcat team is they're never out of the game. I mean, cutting that lead. Now just a 4.
For Smith, that's his 3rd homer of the year, 17th run batted in. The 1-1 for McCauley. Pitts fouls it behind. It'll be a 1-2 count.
Big swing from Pitts right there. Yeah, 4 home runs at the leadoff spot. Really like to see that. Speed, power, good defender.
Derek Pitts, he's 8 for his last 26. Looking to get out of that. Get a spark. Keep it alive for Cincinnati as that one is spiked into the batter's box, left side for a 2-2 count. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Bearcats now trail 11-7 thanks to a 3-run homer from Jackson Smith to keep them alive. At risk of being upset by Evansville, who is 3-11 on the year. The 2-2. Downstairs, Pitts did not go. Sets up a full count again.
Another full count. Pitts with 72 at bats, still looking for his first home run of the year. Hoping just to get a hit here.
McCauley gets set. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is poked high and deep to right field. Seddon's moving back at the wall, leaps and makes the grab. Boy, that one had a chance. Very close for back-to-back jacks for the Bearcats. But the Bearcats, Cincinnati, they do get 3 back. A 3-run homer from Jackson Smith cuts that deficit down to 4. Top of the 8th coming up. You're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcast Sports Radio. And we welcome you back to UC Baseball Stadium, top of the 8th, and a midweek matchup between the Evansville Aces and your Cincinnati Bearcats. Evansville up 11-7. This will bring up Spike McGill, the freshman, to the plate. 1 of 4 today. Had a single back in the second as Bukowski is still on the mound for Cincinnati. Here's the first pitch. Big hack and a miss for strike 1. We're joined by Ben Pennington, who just got back with a bunch of pizza.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I was starving. Had a couple cups of coffee this morning. No food, though.
Here's the 0-1 from McGill. Outside for ball 1.
Just missed that.
For Evansville, they went 17-37 last year. It was not a good year. They finished 9th in the MVC out of 10 teams. Bukowski sends us 1-1. Now it's time for ball 2.
Yeah, for the record they've had, they've looked really good. Like, I can't, I mean, they've looked really, I can't say enough good things about them today. They just hit really well, and they've capitalized on mistakes. Nothing more you can ask for out of a coach.
There's the 2-1. Hits the zone for strike 2.
Or as a coach, I should say.
Last year, they did play 5 teams that made the NCAA tournament. You look at the last 2 seasons, their road record, 10-32. Bukowski delivers the 2-2 to McGill. Breaking ball does not hit the zone. Oh, so close.
Barely.
For Evansville, the 17 wins they had last year is the least amount of wins in a full season since 2018, when the Aces went 12-39. Here's the payoff pitch from Bukowski. He sends it. Fouled away left side towards the Bearcat dugout. Dating back to 1978, it's the 7th season that concluded with less than 20 wins for Evansville.
Wow.
A team that historically does pretty well.
Yeah.
Just an off year last year.
Looks like they're getting back into the swing of things with this game.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball once again. Top portion of the zone. 1 up, 1 down for Evansville.
Those types of breaking balls are so tough. That one with 13 inches of horizontal break. As a hitter, you know, coming righty on righty matchup with that sidearm, it almost looks like you're going to hit you. I mean, those sliders, it's not easy as a hitter.
Well, that will bring up Drew McConnell, who is 1 of 3 today. Tripled back in the 6th that brought in 2 runs. Bukowski delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. Strike 1 called. Like we talked about last year, not a good year for Evansville. 2024 was a completely different story. They went 39-26. They won the conference tournament and even won the Greensville Regional as McConnell gets plunked in the back. 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
That one right there, almost 19 inches of horizontal break, more of a slider out of him. A lot of movement, just came in a little too close on the lefty.
McConnell will take his free passage. 1 down, top of the 8th. Bearcats down 11-7.
Looking to put this ball on the ground and get out of this inning.
Here's Lombardo. 1 of 4 today. First pitch, swung on to the second baseman, Sefcik. Throws to the shortstop, Smith, over the first. Double play! Well, you spoke it into existence, Ben.
Here we go.
Bearcats force a double play and get out of the inning. Coming up next will be the bottom of the 8th. Bearcats trail 11-7. You're listening to Cincinnati Baseball on Bearcat Sports Radio. Welcome back to UC Baseball Stadium. Bearcats trail 11-7 in the bottom of the 8th. It's a pitching change for Evansville in their bullpen game. It's R.J. James. His first batter here as they go against Quentin Coates, who is 0-3 today. First pitch, Coates lines it into the gap in right center. It gets by the center fielder Hare. Coates rounds first, on his way to second with the leadoff stand-up double.
Coates was just waiting to break through all day. Finally got his first hit with a nice double right there. Put a man in scoring position for the Bearcats.
And at the start of the 7th, Cincinnati trailed 11-4. They had a 3-run homer last inning from Jackson Smith that cut that deficit down to 4. And now a leadoff double from Quentin Coates. Hopefully this Bearcat offense can get going and possibly complete this comeback. Here's Jack Natili, 1 of 4 today. First pitch to him. That one is swung on, hit to center field. Hare moving back at the track, makes the grab. throws it in as coach will advance a third. So a sack fly, or excuse me, a pop out. Center field from the Tilly will advance Coates to third base.
Yeah, just another really good piece of hitting from the Tilly right there. 104 off the bat. Right out there in center field. About 380. Deep part of the park, but move the runner over to third. Keep chipping away at this lead if we can get the Coates in from third.
One down, bottom of the eighth. Bearcats trail 11-7. Here comes Kyle Sefcik at the plate. 1 of 4 today. First pitch up the middle, through the gap for a base hit. That drives in Coates, and it's an RBI single for Cal Sefcik. The Bearcats trail 11-8.
Sefcik really taking advantage of the runner on third. He's just historically been a really, really good hitter for this Bearcat team, and bringing that runner and cutting the lead down now to 3. It's great for the team.
Here comes Christian Mitchell. 0-3 today. Enters this game on a 5-game hitting streak. Someone who has been tremendous for Cincinnati. It's 8 for his last 19 with 4 home runs.
He's been so good. He's been hitting it so hard all day, just waiting for one to fall.
First pitch to Mitchell. Outside for ball 1. You got Sefcik at first. We know he's been dealing with a knee injury. He was wearing a brace in that UC San Diego game as they throw back to first. Rather, that series against UC San Diego.
You can see it on his pants a little bit.
I believe the left knee. That's what it looks like. I could be wrong.
I think you're right down there if my eyes aren't deceiving me.
Looks like the left knee. Here's the 1-0 to Mitchell. Swing and a miss. Chase on a breaking ball outside at 79 miles an hour for a 1-1 count.
Good hearty cut. You don't think Cal's going to be super, in steal mode right now with battling that knee, but still a little quick down there.
James sends his 1-1. Mitchell rockets into the gap in right center. Hair moving back, and it's off the hands of Seddon. Sefcik to third, Mitchell to second, and now the tying run comes to the plate for Cincinnati with 1 down in the bottom of the 8th.
Christian Mitchell smoked that ball, 99 off the bat. First one all day, under 100. Drops down for a hit out there in the gap. Really, really nice piece of hitting by Mitchell.
Make it a 6-game hit streak for Christian Mitchell.
It's got to feel good to keep that up.
See Ryan Taransky at the edge of the dugout. Maybe Bischel's thinking potentially a pinch hitter, maybe a pinch runner, as Evansville has a mound visit. As of right now, Jackson Reardon will bat. You got Luke Sefcik on deck and Enzo Infelice in the hole. Cal Sefcik at third, Christian Mitchell at second, 1 down. In the bottom of the 8th, Bearcats down by 3. They were down 7 entering the 7th inning. Tyranski has his helmet on just at the edge of the dugout as he puts on a glove of his right hand. I don't think we're going to see him come out just yet. Pardon me, Tyranski, he's now on deck. He will pinch hit for Luke Sefcik.
Bishel trying to get that righty-lefty matchup.
Here's Jackson Reardon, the freshman. 1 of 3 today. Runners in scoring position at second and third. First pitch by James. Swung on, hit high and deep to right center. Hare moving back at the track. It falls! That will score 2! It's a 2-run double from Jackson Reardon, and the Bearcats trail by 1. They've spotted 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. They did the same in the 7th. And now it's an 11-10 game. Bearcats down by 1.
Don't count these Bearcats out. Trailing by 7 earlier in the game. Now coming back, cutting the lead down to 1 with only 1 down. Man in scoring position. You just love to see that. Fire the boys up a little bit. Let's go.
3 consecutive hits for the Bearcats. It's a call to the bullpen for Evansville. R.J. James only gets one out. But here, bottom of the 8th, one down. Bearcats trail 11-10 with the runner on second as there's a call to the bullpen. Let's take a quick timeout here on Bearcats Sports Radio. You're listening to Cincinnati Baseball. Welcome back to UC Baseball Stadium. Bearcats have scored 3 runs in the bottom frame of the 8th. They've cut what was once a 7-run deficit down to 1. For Evansville, it's Tanner Graham, the freshman, enters the game out the pen in a big spot, looking to get a couple outs. First pitch, Tyransky falls in for a strike.
Tyransky not trying to do too much here. Just put the ball in play, put pressure on the defense as they shift to the right side.
Jackson Reardon at second. The fans have remained here trying to make some noise. Here's the 0-1. Outside for ball 1 at 90 miles an hour. Well, a base hit ultimately will tie this game for Cincinnati. Tyransky gets set. And the 1-1 count. Graham delivers. Popped up left side, out of play behind.
Tyransky's got to stay within himself in this at-bat. Find a pitch and drive it somewhere. Find a gap. Try and move that runner over.
Well, if the Bearcats can complete this comeback, what a game this would be. It's one of their best starts they've had since 2000. As Graham sends the 1-2, breaking ball away outside for ball 2. For Cincinnati, their 13-4 start was the best since 2000. The Bearcats went 15-2 in the CUSA. That team featured Kevin Youkilis. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs for ball 3. Good eye by Tyransky. And now you hear that Bearcat dugout alive once again. Got quiet during the middle of the game. But now the energy has come back. And that dugout is alive.
Give these hitters some life.
3-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. The Evansville dugout cannot believe that. Regardless, it's a walk. That will put Tyransky at first.
Another great at-bat by the Bearcats, working the full count. Able to hold up on that check swing. Very close call. Now we got Infelice up. He's had himself a pretty good day, 2 for 3.
We talked about it a lot, especially in the middle half of the game. It's very unique. You got Infelice batting in the 9 hole as a pinch hitter when usually he's in that 5 hole. One down, bottom of the 8th. Bearcats trail 11-10. Runners on first and second. Graham delivers the first pitch. Strike one to Infelice.
Always a little nerve-wracking having a 9-hole hitter as good as Infelice. It's almost like starting the lineup at 9. Then you go 9 and beyond. It's very tough on these pitchers.
Bearcats looking to take the lead over Evansville. Both runners go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. But it's okay because it's a double steal for the Bearcats.
What a great jump by these base runners. They got off so quick. Now really anything in play. We'll see corners are shifting in a little bit. Middle infield staying back.
Got Reardon at third, Tyransky at second. One down, bottom of the 8th. Bearcats down by 1. Here's the pitch, the 0-2. It's swung on, belted high and deep to left field. The Bearcats take the lead. Enzo Infelice, a 2-homer game puts the Bearcats ahead 13-11. Unbelievable. He is hype. Watch out. The Bearcats have spotted 6 in the bottom of the 8th.
Have yourself a day, young man. 2 bombs. That one, 384 off the bat. I mean, another shot by the freshman. He's seen the ball well. He's hitting the ball hard, hitting it all parts of the park. Bishop loves that kid, man.
The freshman entered this game with 0 home runs, and he has 2 to keep the Bearcats alive in this game.
What a dog.
Incredible.
Dog is the best, only way to put it. He's a dog.
I think the most unique thing today as a pinch hitter, he's in the 9 hole. As Parker McDaniel's got the nod behind the dish, as Smith takes the ball on the first pitch.
Yeah, Infelice not used to the 9 hole, but maybe settle into that. Maybe you keep him, I don't know, maybe a 2016 Cubs type of lineup.
There's the 1-0, outside for ball 2.
I remember back then, Joe Madden kind of had the 9 hole was almost like a second leadoff. That's how they treated it. Infelice, not a typical leadoff hitter, of course. But, I don't know, maybe we'll see something down the line. I doubt it.
The 2-0. Smith takes a strike. Bottom of the 8th. One down. Cincinnati up 13-11. They trailed 11-4 entering the 7th. They've scored 9 runs since then. Here's 2-1 to Smith. Shows bunt, gets by the catcher for a foul ball that will result in a strike.
You know, what a nice comeback by these Bearcats. Never back down, never give up. That's what they say. That's what the kids are saying, at least these days.
I think the most impressive thing is the pitching in terms of the approach Bishop had of letting a lot of guys that haven't had much playing time. He stuck with that plan in this moment. 2-2 to Smith, poked foul left side.
Sticking to that plan is big. You know, a lot of those guys probably had conversations before. You know, they knew they were getting in. Hasn't gone exactly, you know, the way the Bearcats planned. But Bishop's sticking to his guns, you know, trusting this lineup.
Graham delivers the 2-2. Inside, we'll set up a full count once again.
Having a lineup this stacked sure makes it easier on Bishop going to bed at night, knowing that his guys are coming home the next day ready to hit.
It was Jackson Smith that started all last inning with the 3-run homer. The payoff pitch is swung on, lifted high and deep the center, Hare at the track, and he'll make the catch.
I thought he got that one a little bit there. 101 off the bat. I was a little preemptive on that. Came up a bit short, but nonetheless, nice piece of hitting. Another great at-bat. Derek Pitts looking for his first hit today.
Yes, Derek Pitts came into this game with 26 hits. That was tied for first in the Big 12 with Quentin Coates. So far today just hasn't been his day. 0 of 4. It's hit by a pitch in the 4th as well. First pitch to him, shows bunt, lays it down the left side. Perfuzzi, gloves, throws, not in time. It's an infield single for Derek Pitts, his first of the day.
Pitts is fired up after that. He's going crazy down there first base. Love the hustle out of the box. I mean, still playing that small ball first hit of the day. I mean, there you go. First hit bunt. That's how you do it, young man. I should say young man. He's probably about our age.
He's only a sophomore, so he's younger than me for sure.
Yeah, so I got a year on him.
I'm a senior. I'm old. Ooh. Here comes Quentin Coates, 1 of 4 today. And the Bearcats have officially batted through the order. It's Coates started all off with the double. And he talks over. And the Bearcats are going to have a little impromptu meeting of their own with Quentin Coates and Derek Pitts to talk some things over.
What do you think Bishop has to say to them right now?
Well, there's a big sheet they're looking at, and I got to imagine it's full of stats and analytics about where this guy pitches and what pitch to run on, all these analytics you can think of. It's got to be something like that. I mean,
it's got to be.
The approach is pretty simple to Quentin Coates. Just don't throw him a strike.
There you go.
It's hard to say to do that, but.
I was going to guess, he was going to tell him, hey, take a hack. Trying to hit a home run here. Something analytical, a very analytical team.
Yeah.
I know they have a big group of analysts being down here. They're just a lot of them students themselves, and they're just getting after it. You know, a couple of them in the big leagues now that I've seen. Shout out Jackson.
There you go.
Very smart young man.
2 down, bottom of the 8th. Bearcats up 13-11. First pitch to Coates, swing and a miss. Breaking ball downstairs at 79 miles an hour.
Coates is feeling loose up there, it looks like. Trying to extend this lead.
Pitts has 9 stolen bases this year. Takes the lead off first. Coates takes another strike. Down the middle at 89 miles an hour. Quickly down 0-2 in the count with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. The Bearcats have erupted for 6 runs in this bottom frame and 9 runs over the last 2 innings. The 0-2 to Coates, outside for ball 1.
Graham didn't want to give him anything to hit right there. Ahead in that count.
Overall, Jordan Bishop talked about how Coates is benefiting from having guys in front of him like a Jackson Smith and a Derek Pitts, and then who can get on base a lot. Then you got a Jack Natilli behind you. Runners goes. Throw down to second. Pitts slides, and he got him. Pitts is caught stealing as he was gunned down by McGill. A beautiful throw that will end the bottom frame of the 8th. The Bearcats erupt for 6. Enzo Infelice, a 3-run homer, puts the Bearcats ahead 13-11. It'll be the top of the 9th coming up here on Bearcat Sports Radio. Top of the ninth here at UC Baseball Stadium. Bearcats up 13-11. It'll be Joel Pinheiro to try and close out the game and get the save. Mason McHugh takes a strike on the first pitch. A lot of changes for the Bearcats. You got Mitchell at third, moving in from right. Derek Pitts will shift to right, coming in from center as Pinheiro delivers a ball outside. Joe Ducell, the center field. Jackson Smith moves to second. Charlie Niehaus comes in at short. So the defensive lineup for Cincinnati. Pinheiro delivers. That one is fouled off by McHugh. 1-2 count. A lot of shifting around for the Bearcats. This is usually what the starting lineup could look like, especially defensively. Pinheiro gets set. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball two. Got Jack Natilli now behind the dish as well. Pinheiro, transfer from FIU, came in last year. Here's his 2-2. Ripped down the first base line, but foul.
Hard hit ball right there.
Jordan Bischel said Pinheiro is someone who needs to pitch soon and now has an opportunity to get the save against Evansville and cap off a 7-run comeback. Here's the 2-2. Just upstairs for ball three. For Pinheiro, this is his 6th appearance this year. The last one coming against UC San Diego on Sunday. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled away left side. Will do it again with nobody out in the top of the ninth. Evansville down 13-11. In a game in which it looked like they were going to run away with that one and upset the Bearcats, who are 13-4. Evansville coming into this game 3-11. The Bearcats, they've turned the tide. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 88 miles an hour as McHugh goes down swinging. One down in the top of the ninth.
What a great pitch right there. As the sun starts to fade, so do the hopes of this Evansville baseball team.
Here comes Ryan Seddon, 3 of 3 today. He is a single away from the cycle. First pitch to him with one out. Takes a strike at 89 miles an hour, outer part of the plate.
I don't think anybody saw this game coming. I don't think Evansville, they had the lead. I don't think they saw them losing it. I don't think they saw them being in it.
Outside for ball one. Looking at the series history all time, UC leads 1-0.
Oh, wow.
The first matchup came on June 7th, 1894. The Bearcats won 14-4.
Wow.
Here's the 1-1 from Pinheiro, fouled away left side.
So I guess historically it's never been a low-scoring game. I guess.
Say that, and also this is the first time the Bearcats have played Evansville when they're known as Evansville. In that first game, they were known as Morris Hill College, located in Morris Hill, Indiana. That one is ripped in the gap in right center. Closing on is Ducell, and he makes the sliding grab. A big defensive play. And now there's 2 down in the top of the ninth. The Bearcats 1 out away from victory.
Keeping that gap into a no-fly zone list. What a great play. Saving a base runner in scoring position. Now 2 down with no one on versus 1 out with men on second.
The top of the order for Evansville. Charlie Longmire swings on the first pitch, fouls it away right side. Longmire 2 of 5 today. 2 down, top of the ninth. Bearcats up 13-11. Pinheiro delivers the 0-1. Swung on to the second baseman. Smith gloves it, throws to first, And the Bearcats have completed the 7-run comeback. They win 13-11. They were down 11-4 in the 7th. They score 3 in the bottom frame of the 7th. They score 6 in the 8th. And they defeat the Aces 13-11 for their 14th win of the year. What a comeback that was.
What an unorthodox way to win a ball game, but a win is a win. And these hitters came out to play. Both teams. Props to both teams, but Bearcats coming out on top.
In the middle part of that game, when the Bearcats were down, it looked kind of scary. You kind of got that feeling of this is a game the Bearcats should win, and there's no way that they are going to lose this game. There's no way that they should lose this game either. But the bats got hot, especially in that 8th inning. Enzo and Felice had himself a day. 2 homers, going 3 or 4 on the day as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, what a day by the kid. Certainly some things to clean up, but, I mean, this goes to show the grit of this team, the never backing down part of this team. It shows a lot of heart, it shows a lot of character, right? These are the types of games that show a lot of character of the team, and it's just a testament of Coach Bischel and how he's been coaching this team. They never got down. You know, the dugout stayed loud pretty much the whole game.
For Cincinnati, this was their last game before Big 12 play. They'll hit the road and go to Provo for a 3-game set at BYU. That would be a Thursday through Saturday series. And then they'll play at Utah Valley on Monday and Tuesday. So for Cincinnati, 6 games in the next 8 days. They've moved to 4-0 on midweeks. Advanced to 14-4 on the other end for Evansville. They fall to 3-12. This game begun a 10-game stretch in the next 13 days, including 8 road contests. But for the Bearcats, they get it done. A 7-run comeback. Fueled in the 7th and 8th, give them the lead, and they win 13-11. Well, from UC Baseball saying that'll do it from us, Ben Pennington and Christian McGon saying so long. Have a good night. Bearcats are victorious 13-11 over Evansville.